So in today's video we are gonna see, what if Deku got Omnitrix and had alien harem? Part 1. This story is Héroe Heroínas by Cap Lycanrock 24. Before starting, make sure to hit that like button, as your one like motivates me to bring more stories, and subscribe the channel if you are new so you won't miss our latest videos. In space, an alien spaceship was being attacked by a larger ship. Inside the first one were some small beings at least 15 centimeters tall and with the appearance of frogs but gray in color with large green eyes. These were the Galvans. Galvan 1. Lord Azimuth. The shields have been deactivated, we have no way to protect ourselves. An explosion occurred at the controls. Azimuth. All personnel, proceed immediately to the escape pods. He ordered via communicator to all the Galvans on the ship, I've lived long enough for some brat like you to try and outdo me, Vilgax. He put a strange device into a capsule. Azimuth. I created this so that no species ever goes extinct again. The nearest planet is Earth. I hope it falls into good hands, he said while finishing configuring the computer so that the capsule could then be launched from the ship. A huge explosion rocked the entire ship. Azimuth stood up with some difficulty, then looked up and saw the attacker. Vilgax's sad face grabs Azimuth in his hand. Where is it? Where is the artifact to conquer this universe? Azimuth. I don't know what you're talking about, he said, before being slammed to the ground. Vilgax. Search the entire ship. Eliminate anyone who gets in your way. He ordered his troops, then looked at Azimuth. If I don't find him, then I'll force you to create another one. Azimuth. First dead, he said with some pain. Vilgax. Believe me, you'll wish you were, he said hatefully. But then an explosion hit them both. Meanwhile, on Earth, Japan, classes 1A and B of the UA Hero Academy were having curry for dinner after a hellish training session. But a certain green-haired boy known as Izuku Midoriya was following a child wearing a red cap with horns. Small. They continued walking until the boy noticed the presence of the green-haired one. City. Oh, how did you find me? Izuku. Well, I saw you and followed you here, he said, then showed the plate of curry. I thought maybe you wanted curry. City. No, I don't want to. Get out of my secret base. Izuku. Your base, huh? He saw the place. City. Everyone wants to improve their quirks, it disgusts me. Do they really want to show off their quirks that much? Izuku. Were your parents waterhouses? The ones with water quirks. City. Ah, did Mandalay tell you? She saw it. Izuku. Ah, no. Well, yes, sorry. I heard something about it, he said, scratching the back of his neck. I only imagined it. I saw the news. It was very unfortunate. City. Shut up. They call themselves heroes versus villains. They kill each other and all they talk about are their quirks. They ended up like this because they were bragging, fools. Izuku. He doesn't just hate heroes, Kota hates quirks and superhuman society. City. If that's all, then leave, he said. Izuku. Yes, I'll leave the plate here. She puts the plate on the ground. Eat it quickly or it'll get cold, she said, then looked up at the sky and noticed something. Hey, it's a shooting star. They both saw the shooting star, until they noticed something that worried them. Izuku. He's coming this way. I activate one for all, then grab Kota and walk away. The meteorite crashed into the mountain and Izuku shielded Kota from the shockwave. Izuku. Are you okay? He saw Kota. City. Why yes, she said in shock. Izuku's sad face, he stood up and saw the meteorite. I can't believe a meteorite fell, the others must have heard the impact. He said, then looked at Kota. Kota, go call Mandalay and the others. City. Why yes, she said as she left. Izuku approached the meteorite and noticed it was a metallic sphere. Izuku. Could it be a satellite? The satellite opened, revealing a pink glow, and then. Izuku. A clock. What's a clock doing in space? With some trepidation, he reached for the watch, only for it to jump onto his left arm, startling Izuku. Izuku. Ah, get off me, get off me. I try to take it off, let me go. I activate OFA but even then he can't take it off, I'm going to get in trouble. He sat down and looked at the clock with curiosity, noticing the heart-shaped button. Izuku. I must admit I'm curious, but I shouldn't touch it until Professor Aizawa arrives. He looked at the clock. But temptation got the better of him. He pressed the button where the center of the clock rose up to reveal a figure. Izuku. What will happen if I press the center down again? A pink light came out of the clock, blinding Izuku. After a few seconds, the light disappeared. Izuku. What happened? She looked at herself and breathed a sigh of relief when she saw that nothing had happened to her, thank goodness. So you are my master. Izuku turned around and saw the source of the voice. Are you my love? He saw Izuku. Izuku. What? Who are you? He saw the fire girl and got into a fighting stance. Well, I don't know, I only know that I am a Pyronite from the planet Pyros, she said. Izuku. Pyronita. Planet Pyros. I can't believe it. He looked at the watch as this alien. Is there really life on other planets? He thought. Surprised, are you an alien? He looked at the girl. Well, I think you could call us that, he said, but changing the subject. Since you're my darling, give me a name. He looked at her. Izuku. Name. Well, he saw her. What do you think? Fire. The Pyronite remained silent for a few seconds, thinking about it. Fire. I love it. He lunged at Izuku. Izuku. Wait, you're going to burn me. She hugged him. No. It's not burning me, in fact, it feels warm and soft, amazing. Fire. You're very cute, she said, hugging him. Izuku. Thank you, you are warm and very soft. Her body seems to be made of volcanic rock, yet it is still soft. Asterisk. Then they heard footsteps and saw Aizawa with the pussycats and some students from both classes. Aizawa. Midoriya. Where is the meteorite? Everyone watched the fire in surprise. Iida. A villain. Mandalay. All students back. His team prepared to attack. Aizawa. Get away, Midoriya. They were all going to attack, until Izuku stepped in front of them. Izuku. Wait, everyone saw it, she's not a villain. Aizawa. No, and who is she? Izuku. Well. Kota told you about the meteorite, right? Shows the watch. You're not going to believe this. Back at the camp and after an explanation. Aizawa. Are you telling me that the watch was in the meteorite, jumped onto your arm and stuck to it? You pressed a button and then she appeared. Izuku. Well, yes, Kendo. So, do aliens really exist? Surprised. Iida. Incredible. Everyone saw her sitting on the fire, roasting a marshmallow with her own body. Yaoyorozu. Well, this doesn't look like any metal on Earth, he said, looking at the capsule containing the watch, along with Pixie Bob and Tiger. Tiger. Then it must be true, this is alien. Kirishima. So, what will we do with it? He saw Fuego giving the marshmallow to Izuku. Minute. For being made of fire, it's not bad. She received a blow from Suyu's tongue. Then they heard a beep, which they all saw was coming from the clock. Fire. Oh, it seems my time is up, she said, giving Izuku a kiss on the cheek. I hope he calls me again. Everyone saw a pink light surround him and then disappear. Everyone looked at the watch on Izuku's wrist where they noticed that the pink glow was now off. Uraraka. He went away. Pixie Bob. So what will we do? It's very likely that more people saw the meteorite from afar. Reporters will probably be coming here soon. Mandalay's sad face, sigh, that's true. But still, what will we tell them? A watch that summons aliens fell from space and stuck to the arm of a UA student. Aizawa. Saying that aliens exist could cause a huge commotion. He looked at the students. Everyone returned to your rooms. Midoriya, he looked at him, since the watch can't be removed from your arm, you'll be responsible for it until we figure out what to do. Izuku. Yes, I agree. Aizawa's sad face, I hear police sirens, they are fast, we'll take care of it, go to your rooms. Everyone went to their rooms. In the boys' room, Kaminari. It's incredible that that watch can summon aliens. Kirishima. Yes, even though it sounds really crazy. Zero. And you can only summon that fire girl. He saw Izuku. Izuku. Well, I don't know. When the center rose it looked like you could turn the dial, he said, looking at the clock. Kaminari. Then activate it, he said. Izuku. Kaminari. Yeah, aren't you curious to know what aliens are in that watch? Izuku. Well, Iida. Hey, that thing isn't a toy, it could be dangerous to use it, he said, waving his arms. Zero. Come on, man, aren't you curious? Ojiro. Well, technically Midoriya is responsible for it, so I guess he should learn how to use it, he said. Iida. Well, that's true, but Kaminari. Also, we'll obviously ask Aizawa for permission. Bakugo. Tisk, what nonsense, he said lying down. Kirishima. Come on Bakubro, maybe there's an alien out there who can create explosions like you, he said, drawing Bakugo's attention. After asking Aizawa for permission, both classes were outside the building watching Izuku. Aizawa. Bien, activalo Midoriya, VOK Izuku. Izuku's sad face, he pressed the button and the center rose up, let's see. He turned the dial where he saw several figures until it stopped on 1. Izuku. Here we go, I pressed the clock. Everyone covered their eyes when they saw the pink light coming from the clock. Izuku. He was shot down. Everyone saw Izuku, but he had on top of him a girl with orange hair. In addition to fur of the same color on her arms and legs, she wore a red leotard. Izuku. Hello. He saw the girl, but she just threw it at him and licked his face. Izuku. Wait, you're tickling me, he said while being licked by the girl. Mine. Is she a dog girl? I asked, confused, looking at the girl. Minutes. Not bad, he was stunned by Jiro's jacks. Sick. Damn pervert. Todoroki. So what is she doing? She saw Izuku. Izuku. Well, he saw the girl, could you show us your skills? The girl nodded and leapt towards a tree, hanging from a branch before climbing up. Kirishima. He seems to have great agility, he saw the girl. Then they saw the girl and Izuku smelling something. The girl climbed down from the tree and approached Yaoyorozu, who also smelled her. Type. What's wrong? Izuku. Yaoyorozu, do you have chocolates in your pockets? She looked at her. Type. Why yes, I take out the chocolates, I was saving them for dessert, do you want one? I saw the girl who nodded and she gave me one. The girl ate it wrapper and all. Everyone saw her, and the wrapper didn't seem to bother her. Kaminari. Wait, I understand the girl smelled him, but how did Midoriya know? Izuku. Well, I only smelled them. Wait, does the watch also give me alien abilities? He said, surprised. Everyone was surprised by that. Tsuyu. That's amazing, Hiro. Sato. Yes, but putting that aside, what's the girl's name? He pointed to the girl. Izuku. He saw the girl, her appearance reminds me of a beast, he said, looking at the girl. The girl saw Izuku and lunged at him again, licking his face once more. Uraraka. It seems he liked it. Meanwhile, on Vilgax's ship. Robot. The scanners indicate that the Chiquetrix fell on planet Earth, he said to see Vilgax. Vilgax. Go get it, bring it to me, he said, looking at a larger robot. The robot was launched towards Earth. The next day, as always, Izuku woke up early before everyone else. He was leaving the bathroom after washing his face and then heading towards the building's kitchen. Mandalay's sad face, he saw him. Good morning, Midoriya. Izuku. Good morning, Miss Mandalay, he saw her next to Kota. Mandalay. Yesterday was a day full of surprises, wasn't it? She said, then looked at her watch. Izuku. And, Mandalay. Okay, you can make yourself whatever you want for breakfast, she said, finishing serving some pancakes to Kota. I'll go wake up the others. Izuku. Sure, she left and he looked for something in the refrigerator. City. Hey, Izuku saw him, thanks for saving me from the meteorite. Izuku. It's nothing, she smiled, then poured cereal onto a plate and sat down to eat. City. So, is it true that it summons aliens? He pointed to the clock. Izuku. Yes, even though it sounds crazy, he said while eating. City. Can you call one? He saw it. Izuku. Well, yes, but we should ask Aizawa or the Pussycats for permission to avoid anything bad. City. Okay, she saw her aunt return. A few minutes later, classes A and B were leaving the building, looking somewhat sleepy. Aizawa glanced at Pixie Bob, Mandalay, and Kota, who were staring in one direction. Aizawa. Did something happen? She saw them. Mandalay. Well, Iida. Sensei Aizawa saw him. Midoriya isn't here, maybe he's still asleep. Should I wake him up? He said, moving his arms. Pixie Bob. Actually, everyone saw her. Midoriya woke up early. He wanted to see the other aliens and test his abilities, so he asked us for permission. Aizawa. And where is he now? Mandalay's sad face. He saw some trails of dust heading towards them. I think they're coming, he pointed. They all saw the trails coming towards them. One was slightly ahead of the other, which reached where they all were and stopped. Everyone saw a girl who looked like a velociraptor with blue skin, a black suit with a white sash, and in the center the symbol of the clock, with what looked like a helmet with an X-shaped visor. XLR8's sad face. He saw them and raised his visor. It's a pleasure to meet you all. The name my loved one gave me is XLR8. Introduces himself. All. Hello, surprised. Kirishima. XLR8. Accelerate. I see, it's a play on words. Ochako. So, XLR8, where's Deku? He saw her. XLR8. Oh, it's coming this way now, he said, pointing to the other steel. They all saw the other trail approaching them, only for it to pass by and crash into a tree. Izuku. Ah, he groaned in pain. I still haven't learned to brake. Ouch. Kota and XLR8 went to him. City. It was great, you were going really fast. He said. Iida. Midoriya. Everyone saw it clearly, and now he had some kind of spheres on his feet in addition to a helmet similar to XLR8's. Izuku. Good morning everyone. His visor lifted. Kaminari. Dude, that was fast. How fast were you going? He looked at him in amazement. Izuku. Oh, well, what speed did you say? He looked at XLR8. XLR8. 800 kilometers per second. Everyone was amazed. Iida. 8,800 kilometers per second. He completely surpasses my brother and me, he said blankly. Type. She could break the sound barrier like it was nothing. Amazed. Izuku. Although it seems that the skills they give me are somewhat less than those of the girls, I think I was only going 650 or 700 kilometers. Suyu. Even so, it's impressive, hero, he said. Then they heard the clock beep. XLR8. Oh, my time is up, she said, hugging Izuku. Call me again, please. Izuku. Sure. XLR8 disappeared and he also returned to normal. It does feel different, it was noticeable. Aizawa. Okay, everyone go have breakfast so we can start training later, he said, and everyone went to the kitchen. Midoriya, you start your training. Izuku. And, sensei, assist. 2 hours later, Izuku was resting and drinking a bottle of water while watching the others training. Aizawa's sad face. I arrive with Izuku. Midoriya, since you have the watch, you'll also have to train with it. Izuku. Huh, are you sure, sensei? He saw it. Aizawa. Since you'll be responsible for it, you'll have to learn all about aliens, he said, and I won't lie, I'm also curious to know what the aliens inside that watch are like. Izuku. Okay, I activate the watch. Which one will I choose? I turn the dial until it stops on 1. This one looks like a wolf. Izuku pressed the clock. Everyone saw the pink light until they saw the new alien who howled. Izuku. She's a werewolf. Minutes. Why are they all girls and so sexy? I said jealously and got a smack from Suyu's tongue. Are you the puppy who called me? He saw Izuku, who nodded. Well, it's a pleasure. Izuku. So what species are you? He saw her. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I am a wolf from the moon wolf in the Anor system, she said. Izuku. Wolf moon? I asked, confused. It's like a natural satellite of the planet Anor Transil, he said. Izuku. Oh, so, will it be like our moon? I thought. Okay. So what will you call me? She looked at Izuku. The others were already showing off their names, and now I want one too. Izuku. The others. I see. They all live inside the clock until I call them. He saw the wolf. So, what do you think? Blitzwolfie, he said. Everyone saw the wolf think about it for a moment, until they saw her wag her tail. Blitzwolves. I like it, she said with a smile. Izuku. And tell me, what are your skills? He saw her. Blitzwolves. We Lobones have a great sense of smell and hearing. as well as great agility, he said, and we can also do this. Everyone saw her snout open in 4 parts. She pointed towards the bottom of the mountain and then let out a sonic howl. Blitzwolf's sad face closed its mouth. I can do that, smiled, wagging its tail. Izuku. Oh, well, I think I understand. Everyone watched as Izuku took a deep breath, before unleashing a sonic howl at the mountain. Aizawa. All right, now that you know their abilities, get to training, he said, and they nodded. After everyone finished their training, some stayed to watch Izuku and Blitzwolf's training, which involved some combat and testing their skills. After a few minutes they were lying on the ground. Izuku's sad face, Blitzwolf climbed on top of him. Huh. Blitzwolves. Could you pet me? Izuku. Ah, right. I scratch behind her eyes and she starts wagging her tail. She's like a dog. Blitzwolves. Thank you, master, he said with a smile. Izuku. You can call me Izuku, the others can call me that too, he said. Blitzwolves. Understood, smiles. Then the clock beeped and she disappeared. Mandalay. Okay, everyone can rest now. We'll have a new activity tonight, she said to the class, who nodded in agreement. At night, in the forest a purple portal appeared and from it emerged the members of the League of Villains. Is this the place? Kurogiri. We're a bit far from the camp, so they won't see us so easily. Good luck, he said as he left. Okay, everyone go to your positions. Muscular. He said, rapping his fist against his palm. Twice sad face. I noticed something in the sky. Look, a shooting star. How beautiful, how horrible. Everyone saw the star, until they noticed it was getting bigger. Spinner. That's not a shooting star. They all took cover from the impact, then after a few seconds they approached and saw a kind of orange capsule, but they backed away when they saw it start to move. And everyone saw Vilgax's robot rise up. Magna. Is it ours? I asked, stepping back. The robot saw them and pointed its arm towards them, where the cannon in its palm began to glow. R. Compress. I don't believe it. Muscular. You won't ruin my fun, you junkyard, he said, flexing his muscles. Muscular lunged at the robot, only to be met by a large laser that dragged him along the ground and destroyed some trees. Everyone saw Muscular knocked out and buried in the ground with severe burns. Mustard. The heroes must have already heard the impact and that gunshot. Then they saw the robot aim at them and prepare another shot. Of that, I don't want to die for a robot. Moonfish launched its blade teeth at the robot, but they were destroyed by the shot which also hit Moonfish. Tisk. It seems the mission failed, he said, then used his communicator. Kurogiri, get us out of here. A portal appeared and everyone quickly entered it. The robot began to move towards the camp. At the camp, everyone except those who had failed was about to begin the test of courage when they heard a loud thud against the ground and then a gunshot. So they stopped the activity. Ragdoll. Mandalay. I shouted, running towards her. Something big is coming this way. Mandalay. Villains. Then some dodged a tree that was thrown towards them, and then they saw the robot. City. Is it a robot? I asked, amazed and scared upon seeing it. The robot saw them, until it noticed the watch on Izuku's wrist, then quickly moved towards him. Some dodged him and saw him start chasing Izuku, who began to run. Iida. Is he following Midoriya? Izuku. Ah, I dodged the robot's hand. Mandalay. Where did that thing come from? Ragdoll. I sensed other people in the forest, then they disappeared. Then I sensed the robot, and it seems to have attacked the group. There are still 2 people in the forest, and they appear to be unconscious. He said. Mandalay. Everyone back off and go to safety, she said, signaling her and her team to attack the robot. Ragdoll, you take them to safety. She nodded. Ragdoll took the students away. Pixie Bob captured the robot's legs in mounds of dirt and then dodged a shot from the robot. Tiger and Mandalay launched themselves at the robot but were hit by its arms, which pushed them away. Izuku. Mandalay, Tiger. He saw them. Aizawa's sad face. He arrived and saw the robot. What's that thing? Pixie Bob. It seems some villains brought him here, and he's chasing Midoriya. The robot freed his legs. Darn. The robot tried to grab Izuku with its hand, but he stopped it and used OFA to resist. Aizawa. Why does he want Midori? He realized Midoriya, that thing wants the watch. It's an alien robot. Izuku. An alien robot. He saw the cannon glow. Sensei, permission to use it. Aizawa. Use it. He caught the other robot arm with his bandages. Pixie Bob and Tiger helped him hold it. Izuku exerted more force, pushing aside the robot's hand to activate the watch, but everyone saw the pink light and then watched as Izuku was struck by the robot and crashed into a tree. But then everyone saw crystals being shot at the robot, which pierced its chest. Don't you dare hurt my Izuku. Everyone saw the culprit as a girl who wore a black and white leotard, with a clock symbol on the left side of her chest, but the most curious thing was that she seemed to be made of diamond. You'll pay for hitting my Izuku, you tin can. He lunged at the robot. The robot broke free from its bandages and began fighting the girl. Aizawa saw Izuku get up and went to him. Aizawa. Are you okay, Midoriya? He saw him. Izuku. Yes, actually, it didn't hurt as much as I thought, he said, getting up. Aizawa saw him and noticed that he now had a kind of helmet made of the same material as the girl, and his arms were also covered in the same material. Izuku's sad face, he saw, I still haven't gotten used to these changes. He saw the girl being held by the robot sensei. Aizawa. Okay, I'll take responsibility for this, go and help her, he said. Izuku activated the OFA and went against the robot. He took a great leap and hit the robot's arm, destroying it and freeing the girl. Izuku. Give me a quick lesson, what can I do? He saw the girl. He shot some crystals at the robot and then turned his other arm into a blade. Izuku. Okay. He transformed his left arm into a blade. I think I understand now. He cut off one of the robot's legs that was coming at him. The robot grabbed Izuku with its other arm. Izuku. Let me go. Several crystals emerged from inside the robot's arm, destroying it and freeing Izuku. Izuku and the girl looked at each other and then nodded. They raised their arms and two huge pieces of diamond came out of the ground, placing themselves on either side of the robot. Both. Let's see if you like techno phenomenon. They closed their arms and the diamond pieces completely crushed the robot. Izuku. Ah, he knelt down, tired. Izuku, are you okay? She approached him. Izuku's sad face, she saw it. Yes, thank you. Diamond. Diamante's sad face, I smile, it's a pleasure. In space, on Vilgax's ship. Vilgax. Ah, we failed, whoever has the jacket in their hands. Soon, very soon will be on my trophy wall. The next day, after the robot attack and the capture of Muscular and Moonfish, they decided to cancel the camp in case the villains that Ragdoll had detected returned. Now both classes said goodbye to the wild pussycats. Mandalay. Have a good trip. City. Are they leaving? He saw Izuku. Izuku. Yes, if that robot came for the watch, it's very possible that more will come. Aizawa says he'll talk to the principal about implementing something at UA, but we don't know anything yet. Ragdoll. Good luck with that watch, Midoriya. Izuku nodded. Tiger. It seems your life is about to change. He saw Izuku, who smiled nervously. Good luck, Aizawa. Everything's ready, get in, he said to his students. Izuku. See you later, goodbye Kota. City. Goodbye, I bumped fists with him. Izuku got on the bus, but didn't notice that the clock flashed yellow for a moment. Later, Class A was on the bus, some talking amongst themselves or simply sleeping. Although a certain dwarf and a certain electric boy were bothering Izuku. Minute. Please activate it. Kaminari. Go ahead and do it. Izuku. I already told you no, it's not a toy. Minutes. Please, we know you're curious too. Kaminari nodded. Izuku. That's true, but I shouldn't use it carelessly, besides, we're on the bus. Then Mineta took his arm and activated the watch. Iida. Mineta. He grabs him. Kaminari. And which one did you summon? He said, not seeing any of the aliens around. Down here. Everyone near Izuku looked down and saw a small, gray, frog-like girl in a white suit with a black sash and what looked like glasses on top of her head, plus a clock symbol on her back. Izuku. Oh, wait, he bent down and took the girl who stood on his hand. Ochako. How pretty, he said, looking at the girl. Suyu. It looks like a Kiro frog. He saw the girl. Kirishima. So what race are you? He said from behind Izuku, looking at the girl. Izuku. I could say that she is composed of a vast and countless number of cells arranged in such a way as to form a massive tissue. She also shares characteristics of height, weight, and physiognomy with a frog. In addition to her humanoid features that allow her to walk upright like a human, she retains qualities of an anaran amphibian. Everyone remained silent and shocked by what had been said. Ochako. Deku, what did you just say? Izuku. I don't know either. Well, I am a Galvan from the planet Galvan Prime, she said. My species is one or perhaps the most intelligent in several galaxies. Izuku. I see, so that's why I feel smarter. That's right, I smile. Izuku. Wait, so you can do something about this. He held up the watch. Looked at the watch. This looks like galvanic technology. Izuku. And can you take it off for me? He saw her. No, I can't. He saw it. I recognize the technology, but I don't know its commands for that. It would take me days or even months to figure it out. The Galvan who made it must be much smarter than me. He touched the watch screen. But I can do this. They all watched as the watch screen turned into a touchscreen. They just saw the girl tap a few buttons until she finished. Izuku. What did you do? I increased the time we can be outside the clock, he said, so we'll be with you longer. Izuku. Oh, and how long can they stay? I asked. 30 minutes, but if you call more girls the time will be shortened by almost half or more depending on how many you call. Izuku. Can I call more? The girl nodded. Wow. Well, thanks. So, will you give me a name? Izuku. Oh, yes, Gray Matter. No, that doesn't sound like a girl's name. He kept thinking. Mine. Hey Marie, what's up? Gray Matter. Could be like her hero name, she suggested. Izuku. What do you think? Marie. I like it. I smile. Izuku. How pretty. I touched her cheek. Marie. He hugs Izuku's finger. Meanwhile, inside the clock. Fire. You little opportunist. She said angrily and jealously, watching Izuku pet Marie. Beast. Groan. Diamante. Lucky dwarf. Jealous. XLR8. How jealous. I want him to caress me too. Blitzwolf's sad face. She smiled proudly since Izuku had petted her earlier. Question mark. 1. What are you complaining about? You could have spent time with him, said a red-skinned, four-armed girl. Question mark. 2. Yes, he hasn't called us yet, said another girl who seemed to be made of liquid metal. Question mark. 3. I even unblocked another new girl, said a girl who looked like an insect. Question mark. 4. I hope to meet the master soon, said the new girl who looked like a humanoid crustacean in reddish armor. Later at UA, Aizawa's sad face. Gets off the bus. Okay, you can go home. Said Midoriya, the principal wants to talk to you about the watch. Izuku. Yes, he said, heading towards the principal's office. I walk until I reach the principal's office and then knock on the door. Nezu. Forward. Izuku's sad face enters. Excuse me, sees his mother sitting down. Mom. What are you doing here? Nezu. Please take a seat, young Midoriya. Izuku took a seat. I've already been informed about your new watch, so there's something I need to tell you, and that includes your mother as well. Izuku. Alright, Nezu. Would you like to start first, Ms. Midoriya? He looked at Inko. Yes, he looked at his son Izuku. There's a lot I've kept from you. Do you remember I said your dad died in a car accident? Izuku. And, well, I lied. Your father didn't die in an accident. Your father was an intergalactic policeman known as the Plumbers. Izuku. The Plumbers. Inko nodded. Your father died during a prisoner delivery mission. His ship was ambushed and destroyed. Izuku. I see, but why are you telling me this now? He looked at his mother. Because you have already been in contact with aliens. He saw the watch, and from what I have been told, something or someone is looking for that watch. Nezu. Therefore, starting today you will receive training from the Plumbers so you can learn all about aliens. Izuku. I understand. Wait, what about my friends? They already know about the watch and the aliens too. Nezu. Don't worry, young man, we'll tell them in due time too. He pressed a button and a hologram of a building appeared. That's why we'll also install dormitories for the students, so we can make sure they're safe. M's sad face burst in. Young Midoriya, is it true that? Saw Inko turned back to her skinny friend. Damn it. Ink. What happened to him? Nezu. I think it's time for an explanation, Toshinori, he said. After telling his mother what happened to All Might, Izuku decided to also tell her about One for All. She became even more worried but decided to accept Izuku as All Might's successor. So it's true, aliens exist. Izuku. By the way, Mom, is that all you've been hiding from me? She saw her. Ink. So, do you remember your dad's great-grandmother? Izuku. Great-grandmother Verdona. She nodded. Yes, I remember she came to my 4th birthday. Why? Ink. Well, she's an alien, he said, surprising everyone in the room. If I'm not mistaken, her species was called Anodites. We also have some distant relatives who are aliens. Izuku. I don't mean to interrupt, but do you think you could call one of the girls? I must admit I'm curious. Nezu. Yes, me too. Izuku. Sure, I activate the watch, let's see. I haven't seen the others, it stopped on 1, I'll choose this one. Izuku pressed the clock and everyone covered their eyes upon seeing the pink light. When it stopped, everyone saw the new girl. Wow, surprised. Nezu. Unmechamorpho-galvanic, it's been a while since I've seen one. Izuku. And what can you do? He saw the new girl. Well, as that, Bear said. I'm a galvanic mechamorph. Our species can unite with technology and improve it. Izuku. Improve it, interesting. Yes, let's see. He saw Nezu's laptop. May I? Nezu. Of course. The girl literally entered the laptop, and everyone saw it turn the same color as her, plus her face appeared on the screen. I can improve it like this. Mechanical legs appeared on the sides of the laptop, causing it to stand up and walk a little. Things like that came out of the laptop. Izuku. I understand, he said, surprised. Hatsume would definitely like that. Nezu. Well, that's all for now, he said. I'll let you know when I can go to the plumbers. Izuku nodded. You'll have these next few days off, but don't forget to at least train a little, young Midoriya. Izuku. Of course. The girl hugged him. Although she seems to be made of liquid metal, she is very soft. Rest well, young Midoriya. It seems you have a lot of training ahead of you. Izuku nodded. Izuku. Oh, you'd attract a lot of attention, so, takes out her cell phone. Could you come in here? Sure, I get on my phone. By the way, what will you call me? Izuku. How about Ultra T? Ultra T. I like it. Her eye formed a smile. Ink. Then, we're leaving. She left with Izuku. During the following days, Izuku exercised and also got to know the girls who were missing. He was impressed by the girls' abilities, but some had features that caused Izuku's clothes to tear, like a red-skinned girl with 4 arms. For the time being, she decided to call her 4 Arms, until she found a good name for her. Izuku also grew 2 more lower arms, which caused his shirt to tear, but he had an idea. At the UA, Izuku was walking towards the support workshop. Luckily he asked Nezu and Power Loader for permission, who was also informed about the aliens. Izuku's sad face. I enter the workshop. Hello. An explosion occurred at the end of the hallway. He only saw a pink-haired girl emerge from the smoke. Izuku. Hatsume. Are you okay? He saw her. Hatsume. Yes, he saw it. I forgot your name, he said smiling. Izuku. I'm Izuku Midoriya. We were together at the sports festival, he said. Hatsume. Ah, yes, I remember now. What do you need? Izuku. I asked Power Loader if he would allow me to use some materials to create something. Hatsume. Oh, what will you do? Interested. Izuku. Well, you could say my quirk evolved. I take out some blueprints and extend them. Sometimes I get extra arms or a tail, but my clothes get destroyed when they appear. Izuku. So I want to create a machine that makes clothes that fit the user. Hatsume. I see. That could help make costumes for the heroes, he said. Well, do you need my help? Izuku. Oh no, I already have help. I activate the clock. Hatsume just covered her eyes when she saw the pink light, then she saw Marie and Ultra T. Marie. We don't have much time, so let's get to work. Izuku and Ultra T nodded. Minutes passed and they already had the base of the machine. Marie. Your turn, VO Ultra T. Ultra entered and then after a few seconds exited the machine. Hatsume. It looks like a 3D printer, but for clothes she saw the mannequin in the center. Marie. We just need to enter the description of the garment we want and that's it, typing on the machine. Everyone saw spikes appear and begin to move around the mannequin, then after a few minutes a shirt identical to Izuku's appeared on the mannequin. Izuku. Great, he opened the display case and took the shirt, let's see. Lines identical to those of Ultra T appeared on his hand and he brought his hand closer to the shirt. The shirt took on the appearance of Izuku's hand, then he moved his hand away and the shirt returned to normal. Izuku. It works, I smile. Hatsume. Wow, impressed. Izuku. Thank you for your help, girls, I pet Marie and Ultra T. Both. It's nothing, they said smiling, then disappeared. Izuku. Right, is it okay if I leave the machine here for a few days? I'll come back for it when the dorms are finished. Hatsume. Yes, no problem. Izuku. Thanks, see you later. She left. Hatsume's sad face, he saw the machine, will it make clothes that don't get dirty? He said as he started typing on the machine. Izuku finished getting dressed, then grabbed his things and left his room. Ink. Do you have to wear a uniform? He saw it. Izuku. Just to get into the academy, then I'll change, Inko nodded. Ink. Now you will be living with your roommates, so behave yourself and clean your room properly. Izuku. Sure, Mom, smiles, see you. Ink. Take care, and remember that your training with the plumbers will start soon. Izuku. Of course. They hugged and Izuku left. At the UA, they were all already in front of the dormitory building. Aizawa. And these will be the dormitories where they will be living for the next 3 years. They all followed their teacher into the facility. Aizawa. The building houses an entire class. The girls are divided into the right wing and the boys into the left. However, the ground floor is the common area. The dining room, bathrooms, and laundry are located there. Mine. It's spacious. It's lovely. It's spaciously lovely. And there are sofas, she said, admiring the place. Siro. It even has a terrace. Uraraka. It's a mansion. He said, falling to the ground. Minutes. Did I hear right? The bathrooms and laundry room are shared spaces. He said, drooling, am I dreaming? Someone pinch me. Aizawa. Obviously the girls' and boys' bathrooms and laundry rooms are separate, he said, but that won't stop my fury towards anyone who tries anything, understood? He looked at Mineta seriously. Minutes. Yes, sir. He said, frightened. Second floor. Aizawa. Your rooms are located on the second floor and above. On each floor there is a group of 4 rooms, half for boys and half for girls, I inform you. Each of you will have your own private room, air conditioning, bathroom, refrigerator, and a wardrobe. Yaoyorozu. The room has the same dimensions as my closet, he said. Here the rooms are a little bigger. Sick. Sometimes your wealth hurts my self-esteem. Aizawa. For now, take advantage of these hours to unpack. All. And. A few minutes later, Izuku already had some boxes inside the room, but there were still some missing inside the truck. Izuku. I know I shouldn't use it for these things, but I also don't want to leave the girls inside the watch forever. He pressed the clock twice, and then XLR8 and 4 arms appeared. Both. Tell us, Izuku, they saw him. Izuku. I'm sorry to bother you with this, but could you help me unload some things from the truck? Both. Of course. Izuku. Thanks, smiles. XLR8 will bring down the remaining boxes, while 4 arms and I will bring down the big things. XLR8. Understood. He sped off. Izuku and 4 arms went towards the truck, and thanks to their extra arms and their strength they were able to carry all the things. A few hours later, all the boys, along with the 2 aliens, were playing video games in the common room. Izuku and some of the boys decided to teach the girls how to play. They were now playing Mario Kart 8. Kaminari. They threw a bomb at me. 4. B. I'm in 4th place, she said as her character switched to Kaminari's. Ojiro. They really did learn quickly, he said, watching the girls play. Kirishima. Yes, XLR8 is in 1st place and is almost there. Then they saw how the race ended. XLR8. I won. He raised his arms. 4. B. Damn, I was so close, he said upon seeing his character in 3rd place. Izuku. Well, they played very well for their first time, smiles. Then the girls arrived with them. Mine. Have you finished tidying your rooms, guys? Kaminari. Yes, we're relaxing right now. Kirishima. We were playing on the console. Midoriya's aliens learn fast, he said. Mine. Okay, the girls and I talked and we have an idea. Would you like to have a room presentation contest? She said smiling. That made Izuku, Tokiyami, and Mineta go blank. Izuku. No, wait. Everyone went into her room since it was the closest one. Mine. It's full of All Might, he said, looking at all the figures and posters. Uraraka. It's a geek's room. Izuku. It's because I admire him, how embarrassing. 4. B patted him on the head. Kaminari. Shit, they started with something terrible. 0. But it's fun. Sick. But is there another bed? He said, and everyone saw the second bed. Izuku. Oh, it's so the girls can rest when they're off duty, she said. Type. And what is that machine? She saw what looked like a 3D printer, but for clothes. Izuku. Oh, like some of the girls' abilities give me extra things, like 4 arms. Izuku. With Marie's help and Ultra T, I created that machine. It makes clothes that adapt to the user, he said, drawing some people's attention. For example, 2 more arms emerged from his torso and then disappeared. Look, there's no hole in the shirt. Everyone saw that there was indeed no hole in the shirt. Mine. That's great, Shoji. Do you think I can use it? I asked. Type. That would help me with my hero costume, he said smiling. Izuku. Sure, they can use it. Then they saw XLR8 lie down on the bed, and then the clock rang. 4. B. Damn, I wanted to see the other rooms. XLR8. Me too. Izuku. I'm afraid it will have to be another day, she said smiling, and they both disappeared. They continued with Tokiyami's room, although they had to move him from the doorway. Mina y Toru. Kirishima. I bought this keychain when I was in high school, she said, looking at a sword-shaped keychain. Mine. Boys like this kind of thing, huh? Tokiyami. Long. Izuku. A sword. Great. He saw the sword. Tokiyami. Long. Then they continued with Aoyama's. All. Very bright. Aoyama. No, Brillante. Deslumbrant. Mineta's case was allowed to pass for obvious reasons. Then came the one from Ojiro. 3. It's so normal. Unbelievable. Mine. So this is normal, huh? Ojiro. It's fine if they have nothing to say. The one from Iida. Mine. The shelves are full of difficult books. Iida. There's nothing strange here. Uraraka. Phew. There are a lot of glasses. Iida. What's so strange about that? It's because I expect them to be destroyed during our intense training. Kaminars. Sick. It's as if he used whatever he could find. Kaminari. What, isn't that great? Koda's. Mine. Kaminari. It's not fair to have a rabbit. Koda. You must be doing this on purpose, she said while Uraraka and Mina were playing with the rabbit. Izuku. It seems everyone is starting to compete. Kaminari. Either way, I'm not satisfied. Ojiro. Yes, what a coincidence. I'm not satisfied either. Tokiyami. And Aoyama. Yes, me neither. Minutes. It's strange that the boys are the only ones being bothered. They said it was a room presentation contest, right? Minutes. So, of course, we should also look at the girls' rooms before deciding, shouldn't we? Shouldn't we decide who has the best taste in interior design in the class? That caught everyone's attention. Mine. Sounds good. Sick. What? They let Bakugo's question go since he was asleep, so they went to Kirishima's instead. Kirishima. I don't really care, but I don't think the girls would understand. Opened the door. Mine. And 3. It seems that it would be second on the list of the rooms you least want your boyfriend to have. Uraraka. Hot, sweltering. Kirishima. See, I told you so. Mine. Next, Shoji. Shoji. There's nothing interesting here. Mine. And so they continued viewing the other rooms. 2:74 of 4 o'clock. Aizawa's sad face. She entered and saw them. Have you finished unpacking? Everyone nodded. Good. By the way, Midoriya. She approached him and gave him a box. A package arrived for you. Izuku. Oh, thank you. I take the box. I notice it has the plumber's symbol. That's the symbol Mom told me about. The plumber's symbol. Asterisk. Uraraka. What is Deku? He saw him. Izuku. Oh, some things my mother sent. I'll take them to my room. She said as she left. Upon arriving, he closed the door and opened the box, where he saw a large book, which he then took. Izuku. Alien Species and Their Cultures. Read the title. Great. With this I'll know more about the girls. Puts the book away. It was with the others who were in the room. Kaminari. Hey Midoriya, call one of your aliens. Minutes. That's right, we haven't seen the others yet. Izuku. Well, he saw Aizawa heading towards the door. Aizawa. As long as they don't cause any problems, it's fine. Good night. Left. Izuku. Okay, I activate the clock. Although I have to tell you something about one of the girls. Everyone saw her. One of them has a peculiar smell. Kirishima. Peculiar. Izuku covered his nose. Kaminari. It stinks. Gyro stunned him with his jack. They only saw Izuku activate the clock and 2 new girls appeared. All. Wow. Mine. So what are they called? Insectoid. The name my master gave me is Insectoid. He introduced himself. He named me Aquatic Menace. Type. Aquatic Menace. That doesn't sound like a name. Izuku. Well, I couldn't think of anything better. Sorry. Saw I promise to find a good name. Don't worry, I'm fine with that. Smiled. Iida. And what are their skills? I asked. Everyone came out of their dormitories to see what the 2 aliens might do. Izuku. Well, it's obviously insectoid because of its wings. It can fly, and its stinger is very strong. It can cut through steel like butter, he said, and it can also do this. Everyone saw how the insectoid spewed slime from its mouth and its eyes. Izuku. She spits slime, although its function can change. Uraraka. Change. Izuku's sad face. He nodded. It can be very sticky and resistant, but it can also change to be flammable. Todoroki. So if you used it with fire, you could make a good move to defeat the villains. Izuku. And A can. She saw her. A raised his arms and pointed to the sky. Everyone saw 2 jets of water shoot out of his hands. Izuku. She can launch 2 powerful jets of water from her hands. Type. It would help a lot with the fires. Izuku. But she can also control it. She saw A and she nodded. Everyone saw the 2 jets of water moving. Kirishima. So it can also control the water. Izuku. It can also use its jets to propel itself upwards and like whips. It has enhanced strength, can change the temperature of its water jets, and absorb moisture. Furthermore, its body is very durable. Insectoid. Jealous. Izuku's sad face. I notice. You're great too, Insectoid. I approach her and pet her. You both are. I also pet Iida. Well, we've already seen Midoriya's aliens. He stood up, so it's time to go to sleep. Several nodded as they were already sleepy. In Izuku's room. Izuku. Are they comfortable there? Although I know they'll soon be back at the clock. She saw the girls in the other bed. Insectoid. I'm fine. I smile. Me too, she said with a smile. Izuku. Well, good night. I'll have to read the book tomorrow. Yawns and falls asleep. Everyone was in their classroom. Aizawa. I think I said this yesterday, but again, Class 1A will focus on obtaining provisional licenses. And Aizawa. A hero's license comes with a great responsibility for human life. Of course, the exam to receive it will be difficult. Aizawa. Even the provisional license is only issued at 50% each year. Minutes. Is it that hard to get? Aizawa. That's why, today, everyone will have to think of at least two. The door opened and everyone saw the new arrivals. Kirishima, Siro, Mina y Kaminari. It sounds like something from a school in about Heroes too. Ectoplasm. Special. That is, a move that guarantees them victory. Smentos. A movement so ingrained in their bodies that no one can copy it. The battle is about how much they push their opponent, about how good they are. Midninth. Their movements will represent them, professional heroes without one or like an endangered species. Aizawa. We'll tell you more later, you must proceed logically. Put on your suits and go to the Gamma Gym. At the Gamma Gym, Aizawa. Gamma Gym, also known as Training Dining Land, or TDL for short. Smentos. I thought about how these facilities, the grounds, and other things can be prepared for each student. That's what the name refers to. Iida. I have a question. Raised his arm. Why will we be doing special attacks on our exam? Tell me the reason. Aizawa. I'll tell you everything in order. Calm down, he said. A hero saves people from things like crimes, accidents, natural and man-made disasters. The test to be won observes how well they can do it. Aizawa. Their ability to gather information, make decisions, move, and fight. In addition to their ability to communicate, attract people, and lead. A different test is used each year to see how they do these things. Midninth. Therefore, their fighting skills are very important for their future as heroes. They will do well if they are prepared. Having or not having a special attack will greatly affect their performance. Smentos. Being able to be consistent without being influenced by circumstances will be a greater asset on the front lines. Ectoplasm. A special move isn't necessarily meant to attack. For example, Iida's Reciproburst. The temporary speed boost is enough of a threat to be considered one. Iida. Could it be a special attack? Sato. I see, we need something that makes us feel like having it gives us the advantage to win. Midninth. Exactly, for example, Midoriya when he fought that robot with his friend, Diamond. They took out two huge pieces of diamond and used them to destroy the robot. Aizawa. The camp was cancelled, but the training to develop their gifts was part of the process of creating special moves, that is to say. Smentos and Ectoplasm began using their quirks. Aizawa. Until the next semester, for 10 days or until the end of the holidays, they will create their special movements developing their gifts. Aizawa. Furthermore, they should consider how to improve their suits to better complement their growing gifts, doing so with a plus ultra mindset. Are they ready? All. And, later, everyone was training. Izuku's sad face watching the training everyone is progressing received a blow from Ectoplasm. Ectoplasm. Why are you on the moon? Izuku. About the special move, I can't think of anything with my quirk, he said, although with the girl's abilities I have some ideas. Ectoplasm. I understand, for now use your girl's skills until you come up with something. He saw it wouldn't hurt for them to train a little either. Izuku nodded and activated the clock, calling for fire. Fire. I'm ready. With his fire abilities, Izuku began to throw several fireballs, also knowing that he could control fire. He and the fire created tornadoes and then launched them against Ectoplasm's clones. Izuku also wanted to see if he could fly with his flames. He rose up and crashed into the ceiling. Using his beast abilities, Izuku blindfolded himself and began to sense smells and try to dodge Ectoplasm's blows. With Diamond, he began creating various things with the crystals, in addition to practicing his aim by shooting. XLR8 discovered that he could dodge faster blows, and that by running in circles he could create a tornado. Blitzwolfie. Like Beast, he focused on his sense of smell and hearing, in addition to practicing his sonic howl. 4 arms. He discovered that his skin was more resistant and that if he clapped hard enough he made a sonic clap. He also tested how strong he was without using his quirk. Insectoid. He practiced his flight and thought of ideas on how to use his slime. One way he used it was to create a kind of net with it. Aquatic threat. Practice your water skills and how you could use them. There was also a girl who hadn't called, but the others had told her she was a fish girl, so calling her when she wasn't in a place with water would be dangerous. With Marie and Ultra T, I still didn't know what to do. since Marie was more of a thinker than a fighter and Ultra T needed nearby technology to use. So Izuku decided to go to the support workshop. Iida. I see, so you're focusing on making your body float. He said, walking with Uraraka. Uraraka. Yes, if I add mobility, I can use the martial arts from my training. What about you, Iida? I want to reduce the demerits of my reciprocal. I plan to ask the studio to improve my radiator. Uraraka. I notice Izuku at the door of the support workshop. It's Deku. I was wondering where he was. I went towards him. Iida. Don't run in the hallways. Uraraka. Deku, are you here for upgrades? Izuku. Uraraka. Boom. P.L. You shouldn't put everything that comes to mind. May. Failure is the mother of invention, Professor Power Loader, that's what Thomas Edison said. He said even if what I do doesn't work out as planned, it doesn't have to be a waste of time. P.L. This isn't the time for that. Uraraka saw how Mei and Izuku were. Can't you listen to me for once, Hatsume? Mei's sad face. Noto e Izuku. Izuku opened his eyes and noticed Hatsume's chest above him. Izuku. But, blushing. Uraraka. Chose. A shock. After getting up, and Izuku felt a cold sensation on his wrist where the watch was. Mei. Sorry about the explosion. I've already forgotten your names. Iida. I'm Tenya Iida. The one you used as an advertising tower at the sports festival. Mei. I see. She turned around. Well, I'm busy with my babies. Izuku. Wait, I wanted to ask Professor Power Loader to improve my suit. That caught Mei's attention. Mei. Improve your suit. She approached him. How interesting. Will you call your little friend and that metal girl again? I'd like them to help me with my babies. Izuku. After making requests for their outfits, Hatsume groped Izuku and forced the three of them to wear her babies. Izuku. I need something to improve Marie's and Ultra T's abilities. Asterisk. He kept thinking until he noticed robotic legs and arms. Izuku. Hatsume, I need your help. I have an idea for an invention. Mei. Oh, tell me more. Izuku activated the watch and Marie and Ultra T emerged from it. That seems like it will be a very interesting idea. 4 days later at the Gamma Gym. They were all practicing their moves until they heard Izuku. Izuku. Smash. Everyone saw him destroy a large rock with a kick, and when he landed everyone saw the improvements in his suits. Izuku. All Might's moves are generally punches. Since I inherited one for all, I thought I should do the same and decided to do it without realizing it. It's very simple. Izuku. I don't just have to fight with my arms. Izuku. *1 for all, full cowling. Everyone saw that Izuku had a kind of exoskeleton on his arms. Izuku. Exo-shoot style. Everyone saw green lines appear on Izuku's body until they covered his entire body. Then they saw Izuku's arm grow larger and change in appearance. Ultra just gave a smiling look. Izuku was training with Beast. They were both playing a kind of game of tag. While the Beast ran and Izuku chased after her, Izuku managed to catch her, but they had fallen into a mud puddle. Izuku. Damn, he sat up a little. We're going to need a bathroom, he said. Beast. Ran. Izuku. Hey, he chased her. After a chase, Izuku managed to catch Beast and took her to the bathroom in his room. Izuku. You go in first. She saw her. Beast just looked at him, confused. Izuku. Take off your clothes and get in there. He pointed to the bathtub. Wash your body well. Beast then began to remove his leotard under Izuku's red face. Izuku's sad face. She turned around. I should have explained it better. Should I call the girls and have them help her? He was about to leave the bathroom, but Beast stopped him. Izuku. He saw her. Beast. Come in, he said with some difficulty. Izuku. Did she speak? And she wants me to come in with her. But I can't. Sigh, I won't come in with you, but I'll help you bathe. Beast smiled. Let me get something first. You get in the bathtub. So Izuku began to bathe her, using a blindfold, until he finished. Izuku. Okay, now let's dry you off. But then she shook herself like a dog, and in the process, she splashed Izuku. Izuku. Well, Whatever, he took the towel and with some difficulty put it on her. I hope I put it on right. He took off his blindfold and saw her with the towel on. Good. They left the bathroom and Izuku took the beast leotard. Izuku. That's revealing now that I think about it. Then she saw the clothes machine. I know. After a few minutes, Izuku opened his eyes and saw Beast in his new clothes. Izuku. Oh, you look great. He saw her. How does it feel? Does it allow you to move well? Beast's sad face, she stretched a little. I like it, she said with a smile. Izuku. I'm glad. I pet her and she just clung to me more. Izuku was leaving the dorms with a backpack, walking through UA until he reached the pool. Izuku. It's good that he asked for permission to use the pool. He went to the changing rooms and changed, approached the pool and activated the watch. Izuku. I didn't want to call her without having a good place for her. I pressed the clock. A pink light appeared and Izuku saw the girl he called inside the pool. Izuku. Nice to meet you. He saw her. So, what species are you? She entered the pool. Girl. I am a flying fish from the planet Pisces. Izuku. I see. And what are your skills? Girl. Well, I'm a great swimmer. Then Izuku saw the girl's legs come together with her loincloth and turn into a tail. Izuku. Wow. Then she saw her legs and noticed she was also wearing a loincloth. Let's see. Her legs turned into a tail. Wow. I must say it feels kind of weird. Girl's sad face. I take his hands and they both go deeper into the pool, and as you can see, we are a species that lives in the water. Izuku. I understand. I notice its gills. Girl. In addition, we also have a very strong bite. Izuku watched as she opened her mouth and it even grew bigger. Izuku. She does look very strong, he said, noticing the girl's sharp teeth. Girl. She closed her mouth and looked at him. Master. Don't you find me unpleasant? You know, I'm ugly compared to the others. Izuku. What? Of course not. I take her cheeks in my hands. You're very pretty. Besides, everyone is beautiful in their own way. Izuku. And while it's true I can't call you much since you need to be in the water, I promise I'll take you to the beach or the pool so we can swim together. Smiles. The girl just looked at him and then hugged him. Izuku. Oh, I should give you a name, shouldn't I? The girl looked at him. I would call you Aqua, but I already gave it to AA. She looked at her. How about Aquatic? Aquatic sad face. I smile. I like it, thank you. Izuku. It's no big deal. And so they both swam until the clock ran out. They were all in the common room, as they were about to watch a movie. After they chose a horror movie and everyone had their snacks ready, the movie started. While they were still watching the movie, Mina noticed something. Mine. Hey Midori, weren't you going to call one of the girls? She saw him. Izuku. Oh, I already called her, he said, eating popcorn. Hagakuri. And where is it? He asked, looking around. Then everyone noticed how a soft drink that was on the table began to float. They saw how it opened and how it seemed that they were drinking from it. Izuku. Can you show yourself? He looked beside her. Then everyone heard a female voice. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Okay, it appeared. Kaminari. Is she a ghost girl? Izuku. Although it may seem so, technically it isn't, he said. Ghosty. I am an ectonorite from the planet Anor Transil in the Anor system. The name my beloved gave me is Ghosty. Type. How curious. Todoroki. What's happening? He saw her. Type. Well, two of Midoriya's aliens look like monsters from novels. Mine. That's true, she said, remembering Blitzwolfie. Then maybe we'll see a mummy and Frankenstein, she said amused. Some laughed, but fell silent when they realized it might be possible. Izuku. Well, she has the abilities of a ghost. To become invisible, intangible, and even possess people, she said. Kirishima. That sounds incredible and terrifying at the same time. Izuku. Do you like food? He saw Ghosty. I didn't know if you'd like human food. Ghosty. I like it, he said, rubbing against Izuku's side. Izuku. I'm glad I bring her the popcorn and she takes more. That's how everyone saw the movie. At the Gamma Gym, everyone was resting after practicing their special moves. but they were watching a simulation of a fight between Izuku and Four Arms, now named Susan. They only saw Izuku fly off and crash into the wall, creating a small crater in it. Izuku. Ah. The book said that female Tetramen were stronger than male Tetramen, but I didn't imagine it to be that strong. Cracked some bones. Susan. Come on, darling, I know you're stronger and that you haven't even used your quirk yet, he said. Izuku. That's right, I haven't used one for all with the abilities the girls give me because I thought it would break my bones or something. Looked at his hand. Okay. Activates full crawling at 5%. Here I go. They both ran and prepared their fists. When they collided, a small shockwave was created that knocked some down and created a crater in the ground. Kirishima. Wow, that's powerful. Amazed. Suyu. Incredible. Kiro. Uraraka. It was great. She said, amazed. Susan. Well done, Izuku. I hug him. Izuku. Thanks, although maybe I should use 3% when using that strength, he thought. Later in the bedrooms, Izuku knocked on Mina's door because she had sent him a message to come over. Izuku. Ashido. I knock on the door. Mine. Forward. Izuku entered and saw the girls, but especially Susan. Susan. The girls wanted me to try on some dresses. What do you think? She looked at Izuku, but Izuku didn't answer, and they all saw him. Uraraka. Deku. She approached him and waved her hand in front of him, but he didn't react. Sick. I think he fainted. Standing up, he saw Izuku. We could say that he liked seeing you like this, he said upon seeing a little blood on Izuku's nose. Susan. I'm glad. She kissed Izuku on the cheek, and he fell to the ground. Did he really faint? Izuku and Ultra T were in the middle of his ability, thinking about how to use his abilities with his suit. Izuku. We already have the fists, I think we could do something with the legs too, he suggested. Ultra T. And maybe something like a cannon, he said. Izuku's sad face. I write in my notebook, a cannon. Well, what else? Ultra T. A sword. And maybe something to fly with. Izuku. I might be able to make the sword, though for the flying I'd have to create something to improve it. I'm finishing aiming. Well, that's all for today. Ultra T. Okay. Izuku saw her. What's wrong? Izuku. Now that I think about it, can you modify your body? I know you're into technology, but I was curious if you can change your body shape. Ultra T. I hadn't thought about it. He stood up. Let's see. Izuku watched as her body changed shape. Now she was smaller, almost as tall as him, and appeared to be wearing a hood. Izuku. You look good. Ultra T. Thanks. Now, changed again. How's it going? Izuku. That style suits you very well. Ultra T. Really? Izuku nodded. Izuku. Well, it doesn't matter, you showed up, you always look good. Smiles. Ultra T. Thank you, she said happily. Izuku was finishing some tasks. Normally at this time Marie would be by his side reading some books or thinking about new support equipment for Izuku. But the girls asked her to come with them, and having no problem with that, Marie decided to go with them. Izuku's sad face. I put away her book. I hope they don't cause Marie any problems. She stretched. Then he heard someone knock on the door. Izuku. Come in. He saw the girls enter. What's up, girls? Mine. Look, I showed Marie that she was wearing a long black dress. I couldn't find any good pictures. V. Izuku. Oh, you look so beautiful, she said with a smile. 3 sad face, she said happily. Marie. Yes, but they're a bit uncomfortable, she said, shifting slightly. Izuku. Okay, we'll do something with the machine for you. Marie jumped up and he put her hand on the desk. Type. I made this for her, she said, pulling out a sofa and a bed the size of Marie. I'll also give you this. She gave her a dollhouse. Izuku. Are you sure? It looks expensive. She saw the dollhouse. Type. Don't worry, it's a gift from me. Izuku placed the house on the desk. Marie. Looked inside the house. Maybe I can make it functional, said I like it. Type. I'm glad you like it. And with that, the girls left. Marie. Okay, I'm going to change. He takes his suit and goes into the little house. Izuku. Of course they treat her like a doll. I thought when I saw that they put doll clothes on Marie. Izuku and XLR8 were on the Academy's athletic track. They both got into position and started running. XLR8's sad face, she saw Izuku a little behind her. You're still very slow, dear. Izuku. Let's see. *5%, activate one for all. XLR8 kept running, then he noticed Izuku beside him keeping up. XLR8. Oh, now you're running at my same speed. Izuku. It seems I can enhance my abilities with my quirk, he said. XLR8. Okay, if I do 30 laps before you buy me a smoothie from that stand. He said, running faster. Izuku. That's not fair. After the race, XLR8. Okay, you owe me a smoothie, she said smiling. Izuku. Okay, sigh. XLR8. Let's go. He ran off. Izuku. Wait, we need to ask permission to leave the academy. He followed her. Izuku and the insectoid were flying near the dormitories. They had also had a combat simulation. Like Izuku dodging insectoid slime shots, and since Izuku also grew a tail with a stinger. He wanted to see how strong he was, and he was very surprised by the results. Now they were both resting. Insectoid. Master. Izuku looked at her. You're really not bothered by my smell. I know I smell bad to everyone else. He said, looking down. Izuku. It doesn't bother me, besides, it's normal for your species. I can't judge you for it. I smile, and I'm sure the others will get used to it. Insectoid. Okay, smiled. Izuku. Okay, how about we continue practicing flying? He stood up and extended his hand. Insectoid. Yes, he agreed. Izuku was with Fuego, now named Ember, practicing some attacks with her flames. Now Izuku was trying to fly with his flames, but he stopped when he saw that he wasn't getting very high. Human. He doesn't get up much. Izuku. Yes, then he looked at the ground. Wait, I have an idea, I remember seeing it in a comic. Everyone saw flames erupt from beneath him, and then he began to fly, lifting a piece of the ground covered in flames. Izuku. Well, I try to keep my balance. I'll have to practice. Human. I'm going to try it too, he said, doing the same. That's right, you have to practice. He moved to the side. Izuku. Let's see. I tried to move forward, but it was too fast and caused me to crash into the wall. Bakugo. Ha ha ha. He saw Izuku. Human. Are you okay? He approached her, climbing down from the rock. Izuku. Why yes, he rubbed his nose. Human. By the way, I've been practicing this. Izuku saw her. Everyone saw him shoot a mouth of fire upwards, which, upon exploding, formed the name, Izuku, in fire. Izuku. Wow, amazed. Human. Hee. Izuku and Blitzwolfie were in the living room watching a movie, but Izuku was also combing Blitzwolfie's hair. Blitzwolves. Are they really representing us that way? He said while watching the movie. Twilight. That pink girl lied to me. She said the werewolves were good in this movie. Izuku. Hee. I think she meant it differently, she said, remembering what Mina said. Okay, she finished combing her hair. Blitzwolves. Thank you, stretched. Izuku. And why do you say werewolves are different? Blitzwolves. Well, most of my species is wild, but if they are raised in a good environment they will be civilized. Izuku. I see, it's something similar to dogs, I suppose. He thought and saw Blitzwolfie. Blitzwolves. He saw it and smiled. Izuku stroked her and she wagged her tail. Izuku and Aqua were at the Gamma Gym. To Izuku's surprise, Bakugo asked him for help with his training. Actually, Aqua. Now he could only watch as Aqua launched her water jets at Bakugo, who dodged them. Bakugo. Tisk, and I thought this silly water thing was better for my training, he said, dodging the water jets. Aqua's sad face. I narrow my eyes. He fired again and Bakugo dodged it, but the water jets changed direction, hitting Bakugo and causing him to fall to the ground. Aqua. Did I do it right, Izuku? He saw it. Izuku. Yes, I think so, he said. Izuku and Diamante, now called Crystal, were training. Both of them were shooting crystals at each other and creating defenses with them. Then Izuku jumped using one for all. Crystal saw him and prepared her fist. They clashed fists, creating a shockwave that pushed them both away. Izuku. Oh, are you okay? He sat up a little and looked at Crystal. Crystal? Yes, I'm fine. She stood up and noticed her arm was broken in half. Oh, Izuku. Ah, are you okay? He approached her. Crystal. Don't worry, look, his arm regenerated again, see. I'm fine. Izuku. That's a relief, sigh of relief. Crystal. Remember that I'm very resilient, she smiled and Izuku helped her up. A few days later, they were all on the bus heading to the place to take the provisional license exam. Aizawa. I hope you're ready, he looked at his students. All. And. They were all standing in front of the building where the provisional license exams would be held. Sick sad face, sigh, I'm so nervous. Minutes. What will we have to do? I wonder if I'll manage it. Aizawa approached her. Aizawa Mineta, it's not a question of whether you can or not. Just do it. He said. Minutes. Why yes, of course. Aizawa if they pass the exam and get their license, they'll be like chickens. They'll be semi-professionals, so they should work hard. Kaminari yes, I'll be a chicken. Kuroshimalas do what we always do. 1, 2, plus. Type Ultra. Everyone saw it. Question mark. Where is it? Oh no, I'm so sorry. He said this while bowing, and his head literally hit the ground. Kaminari doesn't that guy get excited about something really weird? Aizawa. He is. Asterisk. Sick wait, that uniform. Kuroshimate's the famous school in the west. Bakugo sad face, serious, UA is in the east, Shiketsu in the west. Izuku asterisk an elite school that rivals UA, Shiketsu High School. Where is it? I wanted to say it once. Flua Ultra. I like UA, I'm so honored to compete against the UA kids. It's a pleasure, he said excitedly. Girl. Blood, he saw Inasa's head bleeding. Question mark. Let's go, he said, starting to walk. Aizawa. Inasa Yoarashi. Hagakure professor, do you know him? Aizawa's tough. Last year, just like you, Yoarashi got the best marks among the recommended applicants, but for some reason, his application was rejected. Izuku. Huh, is he a first year? What if he was one of the best with a recommendation? He saw Todoroki, are his abilities like Todoroki's? He saw Inasa Yoarashi, from Shiketsu High School. Everyone saw them leave. Shiro is her name Inasa Yoarashi. I don't understand, she says she likes UA, but she didn't want to enroll. Mine right, that's strange. Aizawa's weird, but good. Keep an eye on him. Eraser. Are you Eraser? Said a female voice. Aizawa paled slightly. Question mark. I saw you on television at the sports festival, but it had been a while since I'd seen you in person. He said, arriving with them. Aizawa. Oh, Izuku. She is, he saw the woman. Question mark. Aizawa. No, mine oh, interested. Question mark. Ha, right, that's good. He grabbed his stomach. Aizawa as always, it's difficult to talk to you, joke. He saw her. Izuku the smiling heroine. M's joke. Her quirk is. Start. Excited, it makes everyone laugh by hindering their reasoning and movements. Her fights against villains are incredible. Inside the Chicatrix, human, were better than her. Izuku, she said jealously. Susan relax, little flame, we'll soon show him that we're more amazing. They all nodded. Ms. Joke, if you marry me, we can have a happy family that never stops laughing. She said to Aizawa with a thumbs up. Aizawa a family like that wouldn't be happy. Joke laughed. Suyu they seem like friends, Hiro. Ms. Joke our agencies used to be close. Every time we helped each other, our mutual love blossomed and. Aizawa he didn't. Ms. Joke. I like those quick finishes. It's worth the trouble, Eraser. He said with a smile. After meeting the students from Joke, everyone went to the locker rooms and orientation. Izuku if I'm not mistaken, the principal and teachers changed the information about my quirk. That way I won't attract attention when I call the girls. She looked at the clock and then at the people around her. There are many. Uraraka there are many. Then they heard someone speaking. Question mark. More I'm Mara, from the Heroes Public Safety Commission. I like REM sleep. Nice to meet you. I've been so busy I've hardly slept, she said, lowering her head. We're short-staffed. I'm sleepy. More with that conviction, I will give you your guidance. Izuku, she doesn't hide her tiredness, is she okay? She thought. More. That issue of the license, the 1,540 participants will have to win a free exercise. Zero, really? That doesn't say much. More, they say our society is saturated with heroes, and since Stain's arrest, many have doubts about his current status. More, well, as a private citizen, the motivation doesn't matter. Telling someone to risk their life for someone else without compensation it's the cruel reality of our modern times. But hey, whether it's for compensation, loyalty, or courage, it's the result of many heroes helping people and defeating villains. More, the thing is, now, the time between an incident and its resolution is so short it makes me sick. Everyone will get their provisional license and be thrown into that whirlwind. Those who can't handle that speed will suffer, so we'll test that speed. Type there are 1,540. Didn't they say half would pass? Suyu, that is, that less than 1% would pass. Sick, now I'm even more nervous. More, well, a lot of things have happened in the world, and well, there's luck and all that. Anyway, these are the requirements. I take out a ball and a kind of ring that will place 3 of these targets on your body. They can be anywhere, as long as they are in sight. More, they can't be in the armpits or on the soles of the feet. They'll also have 6 of these balls. The targets will light up when they're hit with these balls, and if all 3 light up, they're out. More, it will count as a defeat if they light their 3rd target. They will advance to the next round by defeating 2 people, those are the rules. Izuku, it's similar to the entrance exam, right? Going against people is different from fighting robots. You've got enough guts to pass. Do you recommend we go in quickly first or steal someone else's 3rd objective? The rules are worse than the entrance exam. Thinking. More. Well, when we open, we'll give you the balls and the targets and we'll start 1 minute after everyone arrives. Todoroki. Open. Then the place began to shake and everyone saw the ceiling open up. Then the walls came down revealing that they were already where the exam would be. More, everyone should have a terrain they like or dislike, use their quirks well, and put in the effort. Izuku, it's unnecessarily big, he thought nervously. Then he saw the clock, and somehow he knew that the girls were reassuring and encouraging him. More, we arranged for the land to be advertised like this, but it's unnecessary. Because of this, my sleep is. I hope everything is quick so I can go and rest as soon as possible. Aizawa and Joke were in the stands. Ms. Joke, Eraser, your fly's down, he said, holding back laughter. Aizawa, why is everyone around me so noisy? Ms. Joke, I can't believe you have 20 students, it's strange you haven't expelled anyone. Do you like this class? Aizawa. No. Ms. Joke, don't be embarrassed. How ridiculous. Let's go out. Aizawa. Shut up, Joke laughed. Ms. Joke, this is weird. You should have known about that. In the arena, everyone was running. Izuku, if the first ones to finish win, no one will go after people from their school. It's best to make teams with those who have powers, you know. Guys, don't split up. Let's act as a group. Uraraka. Yes. Iida. True. Bakugo, don't be ridiculous, it's not a field trip. He left. Kirishima. Idiot, wait. He followed him. Izuku. Kachan. Iida, Kirishima. He saw them leave. Todoroki, I'll be fine on my own. Everyone saw it. It's difficult to use my power in a large group. He left. Izuku, Todoroki. Minutes, Midoriya. There's no time. Come on. Ms. Joke, the exam is different every year, but there's something almost traditional about it. Izuku. I don't think it's a good idea to go alone, he said, running alongside the others. Minutes, why? He saw it. Izuku, because everyone already knows our quirks. Uraraka, do you know them? Iida, of course, the sports festival. Ms. Joke. As all schools in the country compete to pass the exam, the only one that lost the advantage of no one knowing their quirks, the best school whose festival is broadcast nationwide showcasing not only their quirks, but styles and weaknesses, Aizawa, is your school. Aizawa. They don't know everything. I remember the clock. Izuku, the others probably already know what I said earlier about how to win. I think it will be a battle between schools. So, they'll be thinking about which school to attack first. Mine. Means. Sick didn't tell me. Then they heard an alert and a voice. First test. Begin. Ms. Joke, if you liked your class this year, you should have told your students. What always happens at the beginning, he smiled, is the destruction of UA. Izuku, he saw people approaching them. Izuku, I knew it. Shindo, I saw it on TV. The superpower that also destroys everything. Well, if there's a nail sticking out, you fix it. Everyone will throw the balls towards Class A. Izuku. One for all. Full crawling, salto, shoot style. Asterisk. He kicked the ball, creating a shockwave that deflected it. Aizawa, the destruction of UA wasn't a reason not to tell them, but it doesn't change what they have to do. They just have to get over it. Tokiyami, dark shadow. D. Shadow covered him. D. Shadow, yes. She stretched out her arms and picked up several balls. Uraraka rubbed, avoiding the balls. Sero, let's go. I used their tapes, making the balls stick to them. Mina used her acid to deflect the balls. Yaoyorozu created several shields, managing to cover herself along with Tsuyu and Hagakure. Iida ran to avoid the balls. Minutes, sad face, I use her spheres like a whip, take this. I return them. Aizawa, a hero can turn any adverse situation around. Joke saw it first of all. If they're going to be professionals, everyone will know their quirks. So, sorry, but we see one step ahead of everyone else. Izuku, it'll work. My shoot style and the power of others. Show the results of our training. Let's keep it up, guys. All. Izuku, come on. Girls, I press the clock. The pink light surprised everyone near Class A. Then everyone saw how some balls were stopped by bandages. Bow down before me, Uraraka. Huh, and who is she? Izuku, a new one. Surprised. Ms. Joke, that's new. Wasn't his quirk that super strength? Aizawa, let's say his quirk evolved. Ms. Joke, in the first test, if they go through in the order they finish, it seems like the first ones to attack win. But that's not the case, is it? Aizawa, no. The important thing will be teamwork and gathering information. If they're tempted by the idea of being the first 100 and start looking for teams, things won't go as planned. Question mark, question mark, question mark. They reject the majority, huh? Shindo, it shouldn't surprise me if that doesn't end UA. His teammate turned the balls hard and then passed them to another teammate, who threw them and the balls went underground. Izuku, where are they coming from? I ask, looking at the ground. Juro. Leave it to me. I connect their jacks to the devices in their hands, sound amplification, I touch the floor, amplifier jack. Heartbeat distortion. A sonic wave traveled across the ground, destroying it and causing the Ketsubutsu people to stagger. But the balls came out of the ground and went towards Mineta. Minutes, they're coming for me. Mine maximum viscosity and solubility. He threw his acid. Minutes, thank you. That's a great move, he said. Mine. Creates a wall that melts as a defense. Ms. Joke, they made some special moves, huh? Aizawa, sure. Tokiyami. Black abyss. Dark shadow covered him. Izuku, it's easy to say and even cooler. The girl was a little confused. Tokiyami. Piercing claws of the sunset. Dark shadow's arm stretched out, holding a ball in his hand, which went straight towards a blonde girl named Ketsubutsu. The girl literally tucked her upper body inside her hips, managing to dodge the attack. Daddy. I stick my head out, wow, that's strong. I stick the rest of my body out. Shindo, I see. Class A isn't the same as at the sports festival. They've improved a lot. More, everything is still at a standstill. Looked at the screen. Nothing is happening at all. When there's a report, I'll announce it from the broadcast area. Izuku, no one has passed. The objectives we have, that is, our weaknesses. Everyone will fight to protect them, so launching blindly won't do much good. Asterisk. Izuku, everyone's still waiting for their rivals to use their quirks to expose their weaknesses. The fight will escalate from now on. He thought seriously. Ms. Joke, they think they're one step ahead of everyone else, huh? It's very condescending, Eraser. There are as many aspiring heroes as there are stars. The strength of that will isn't related to being famous. Ms. Joke, if they look down on others out of arrogance, things won't turn out as they expect. Shindo, back off. Their defenses are strong. I touch the ground, break. Maximum strength. Shaking earth. The ground began to shake and break, sending everyone flying. Iida no. Everyone flee. Mine. What is this? Minutes that's crazy. Izuku aw. He went in another direction. Uraraka Deku. The girl followed Izuku. Shindo of course, we also have special moves. In another place there were many people, until their balls were carried by the wind to a specific place. Where is it? I think heroes need passion. All their fights are passionate. I like passion. Chico. Esta Shikatsu. El Solo. Chico 2 what are you saying? Although I understand. Chico 3 wait. Since he has our balls, we. Where is it? Let me join your passionate fight. I look forward to it. Under his arm. All the balls were fired towards the people, successfully hitting the targets. More finally someone passed. Looked at the screen what? I eliminated 120. Only one passed by eliminating 120. Where is it? Yes. I see. More. Well. I was so surprised it woke me up. It seems they'll keep coming, so work as fast as you can. He said. Izuku was getting up from the ground. Girl, are you alright, Izuku? She said beside him. Izuku's sad face, she saw her, she's a mummy. Yes, thank you. Farah smiled. Wide. A pleasure, smiles. Izuku what a quirk. It must be difficult to use where there are buildings. He looked around, damn, we got separated. This is what Ketsubutsu planned. We need to rejoin the others. Asterisk. Wide Izuku. He snapped out of his thoughts. Izuku saw a girl jump on the. Izuku did it come out of nowhere. He saw one of his targets lit up. Girl have got you, they both saw her, that's bad, watch out. Izuku. Is she from Shikatsu? He saw her. Moskwi. That's great. Wide. Should I take care of her? Her bandages lifted. Kami in the trials where they expect big fights, some players go to places they already know about. That's why I came to see you, since they might be eliminated soon. Kamie wanted to visit a famous school and learn more about you. Izuku. You talk a lot, she prepared herself, the Ketsubutsu Academy will come in a group. I can't stay and talk. I should understand, I activated OFA, does she have companions helping her? Or is she that confident? Asterisk. Kami threw a rock at him and he dodged it, then dodged a ball by jumping. Izuku what choice do I have? I must make sure I don't lose. I land. But then Izuku and Farah noticed that he disappeared. Wide what? Izuku she's gone again. Where did she go? Kamie just have to hit you with a ball, right? He said to her side. Izuku jumped, dodging his attack. Izuku no. Counterattack. I was going to throw a ball, but I noticed it disappeared, oh no. Asterisk. Wide sad face saw behind Izuku. Izuku. Kami do you think my quirk lets me disappear? Izuku. Good heavens. Asterisk. He was knocked down and held down by Kami. Kamie was just hiding. Izuku. Were you hiding? Damn, I still don't know much about the abilities Farah gave me. I noticed some bandages on her body. Kami yes, it's a technique. Kami at that moment, I hold my breath, clear my mind, and disappear. The difficult part is not thinking about anything. Izuku do they learn something like that in Shikatsu? Kami the trick is not to think of it as training, fufufu. We both want to get to know each other, now it's my turn. Why do you want to be a hero? For honor, pride, someone else. He looked at her, I want to know more about you. Then, after dodging Farah's bandages, Izuku separated from Izuku and jumped away from her. He then dodged a net that appeared from the ground. Chico damn, Shikatsu's here, that's too bad. Kami saw him. Izuku. No. We can't find anyone and a group attacks us. Saw 8 from Ketsubutsu. The worst situation he imagined became real. Izuku and Farah dodged a net that came out of the ground, then dodged some bandages that came towards them. They continued dodging the attacks until they heard a familiar voice. Uraraka. Are you okay? Izuku Uraraka. She saw her. Uraraka this way, quick. Izuku do you have a plan? Asterisk. She couldn't be in such a hurry. He squirted a jet of water at Uraraka. Uraraka sad face, I dodged it, go away. Ah, I tripped and fell from where I was. Chico too. I'll take care of it. He shoots his arm towards Uraraka. Izuku grabbed Farah and leapt towards Uraraka. Izuku. Wide yes. He sent many of his bandages towards Ketsubutsu's. Izuku caught Uraraka and when he landed, he swept the ground with his foot and sent a wave of air towards the Ketsubutsu members that destroyed the rock where they were standing. They took advantage of this to get away from them. More. Finally there are 30, huh? Looked at his screen, there's still a long way to go, hurry up, okay. Now the 3 of them were hiding. Izuku, did they follow us? No. Would they surrender? Farah kept watch on the other side. Uraraka, thank you, I'm sorry I ruined it. Izuku, no, that's not it, he said, looking to see if they were being followed. But then I hit Uraraka's hand, which was holding a ball and approaching one of her targets. Izuku, are you from Shiketsu? He saw her. Uraraka. Huh. Izuku, Uraraka trained with her quirk to ignore the side effects and use it on herself for a moment. But she wouldn't even think of using it in danger, she said, walking away from her, and Farah stood by her side, nor would she show herself without a plan before the enemy. That's not the Uraraka I know. Izuku. Furthermore, thanks to training, I can recognize their scent even without possessing beast abilities. Uraraka. Hey, if you saved me even though you noticed, does that mean you were trying to use me? Izuku and Farah watched as Uraraka's face and body began to melt, and they realized it was Kami, but she was naked, covered only by what had once been Uraraka's skin. Izuku, hey, your clothes. Inside the Chiketrix. All. Daughter of Kami. I'll do it after it's necessary. He lunged at him and managed to scratch his face. Izuku asterisk a scratch. What's wrong with him? Asterisk. Kami was about to launch herself at him again, but she dodged Farah's bandages and Siro's tapes. Izuku tape. She saw Siro next to her. Siro. Izuku. Siro. Uraraka. I call her. She jumped and deactivated her quirk, falling towards Kami, who managed to dodge her. Uraraka, what great reflexes. Asterisk. The 4 of them saw her sit down on a rock. Kami. I really want to talk to you more. Looked at Izuku, but it's impossible like this, what a shame. Left. 0 The Pharaoh, wait, bully. Come here. Izuku, wait, don't follow her. Siro. Why not? Izuku, it must be her quirk, but she's not wearing clothes or using any targets. She might come after us again, but with the time we have, it'll be hard to gain anything from her. Izuku, besides, you're the real ones, aren't you? He saw them. Siro, what are you talking about? Midoriya. He saw him. Izuku. That girl transformed and looked like Uraraka. They both blushed. Uraraka. Huh, blushing. Siro. Was she naked? Midoriya. He shook him. Izuku, are you worried about that? He was wearing his suit. Sero, so the bully's quirk is transforming into someone else, huh? Izuku. I think so. Siro, the other schools really know a lot about us. They even know that you two are friends. Izuku, it must be because we teamed up at the sports festival. Uraraka. I see. Then they saw Farah. Izuku, she is Farah, I'll introduce her. Wide. Hello, I greeted them and they both greeted me back. Izuku, Farah, saw her, I know you have some time left, but can you go back to the clock? I'd like to save some energy in case I need your help or the other girls later. Wide. I understand. Izuku pressed the watch, a pink glow enveloped her and she disappeared. Izuku, by the way, how did they find me? Siro, I saw a fight and came running, I ran into Uraraka on the way. Uraraka, and we arrived on time. Izuku. Yes, thanks. Uraraka. Now there are 3 of us, right? Siro. I would like to meet with the others who separated. Izuku, but at least 30 have already been approved, let's hurry. Todoroki was in the waiting room watching the screen. Voice, we've reached 70 people, we need another 30. Todoroki asterisk, the others aren't coming. Was it very difficult for them to learn about their quirks? Asterisk. He thought until he saw Yaoyorozu, Tsuyu, Jiro and Shoji arrive. Yaoyorozu, Todoroki, I approve. Tsuyu, I expected nothing less. Sick, and the others. Todoroki, they haven't arrived yet. I arrived first, and then you arrived. Shoji, I see, they're not there. Todoroki, didn't they all work together? Yaoyorozu, yes, but we split up because of someone's quirk from Ketsubutsu. Sick. 30 remain. Tsuyu, I hope they can approve. In the field, Izuku and Siro were running from other guys who were chasing them. Izuku. Siro. Midoriya, pick me up and jump. Let's go. Izuku took it and jumped high. Zero. Now, hurry up. Uraraka. Releasing. I deactivate your gift. Rocks with Zero tape fell from above onto the other guys. Chico. Love. Chico too. Did they stick it to the rocks and then let go? Those who were freed were quickly tied up by Zero. Zero I gave Uraraka tape and had her set several traps. Izuku I said as many as could, but it was too much. Uraraka to make sure the debris didn't hit anyone, I hid and timed my move. Marie's help in the studio was definitely a big help. Smiles. 76 people have already passed. It will end soon. The three of them listened. Zero, there's no time, and the others will come to attack soon. Let's go for it. The three of them pulled out the balls. Guys, their first years, right? Give us a break. We need to earn our provisional licenses. Izuku hit one of the targets. Izuku, me too, he said seriously. There are 79 people, they move quickly. Zero, wow, that was fast. Those who passed, go to the anteroom. Izuku and the others, near the anteroom. Kurashamath are fighting on all sides. Kaminari, oh, it's Zero and the others. He went with them, great. Hello, Uraraka. Kaminari. Great, hello. The four. Izuku sad face smiled and then looked at Bakugo. Bakugo, did you pass? Deku. You idiot. Izuku. Kachan. EHC. Bakugo. It's normal with that watch, and that power, he said, ignoring him. Izuku. Oh, Bakugo, you made what you took your own, didn't you? Izuku. Kachan. Yaoyorozu. Guys, I'm so glad you're okay. I was really worried, she said, eating some dumplings. Kaminari, Yaomomo, we're okay. You guys were quick, she saw her. Shoji, we just finished. Todoroki was first. Sick, I thought Bakugo would already be here, but I see it's because he was with you. Kaminari, what? You should fix that. Tsuyu Ochako, the key to remove the targets is in the back. We should leave them on the shelf with the balls. Uraraka, thanks Su, I'll do that. Todoroki. There are 11 of them from Class A, right? He saw Izuku. Izuku. There are 9 left. Yaoyorozu, the announcement said there are 18 places left, looked at the screen. Izuku. Guys. Everyone smiled as they watched the rest of their class pass the test. A little later in the anteroom. More. That the 100 who passed the first test see this. Everyone saw the field on the screens. Izuku. The field. Uraraka, what will happen? But then they saw how the buildings and structures were destroyed by explosions. Izuku. This is. More, the next test is the last. Everyone will perform full-scale rescue exercises with bystanders in a disaster zone. Kaminari y Mineta. Passing by. Hagakure, passers-by. People who happen to be there. We learned that in class. Yaoyorozu, they may refer to ordinary citizens. More, we will assume that those who passed the test already have their provisional license and we will test how well they can perform rescues. Izuku. Rescue. Shoji, there are people. Sato. Huh. He saw the screen. Ah. Old people and children. Minutes, that's dangerous. What are they doing? More, these are people trained to be professional victims and are in high demand. They work for Help Us Company, also known as HUC. Zero professional victims. Tsuyu, there are all kinds of jobs, you know. Ojiro, this is adapted to a world full of heroes. More, the HUC team dressed as injured victims and are waiting in the disaster zone. Now they will go out to carry out their rescue. We will also record their rescues for points, and if they have more than the required number by the end of the exercises, they will pass. More will start in 10 minutes. Zero, hey, something awesome happened. Listen. Minutes classification. 0. 18. Minutes, I'm listening to you. 0. Do you see the girl in the leotard from Shiketsu? I pointed at Kami and they both nodded. Minutes, it's not enough to just say she's pretty. I saw her all the time and 0. In fact, I saw her naked in the shadows near Midoriya. With Izuku. Izuku, if this is a rescue mission, maybe XLR8 would be useful here, or maybe Beast since he can search for people by smell, he thought. Mineta y Kaminari Midoriya. Izuku saw them. Minutes, what were you doing, you idiot? While we were working. Kaminari, are you taking advantage of the fact that it's a test? Izuku. Stop. What? Minutes, don't play dumb. What did you do with that person? Kami looked at them confused. The three. Kami's sad face, I saw it is. Minutes that's a greeting between a man and a woman when their relationship has reached a certain point. Kaminariov already got like 13 girls on your watch, you womanizing, messy-haired jerk. Izuku. I see, it was Zero. No, it's not that he saw them, it was because of his quirk. Actually, I didn't know what was happening and it was really scary. And why does my wrist feel cold? He saw the watch. Kaminari, you saw her naked, right? Minutes, you saw her, didn't you? They saw Kami still waving. Kaminari, and keep waving. Minutes, how far did they go? The two shook Izuku. After a chat with the people from Shiketsu, the test began. A day, let's start with the nearest urban area, let's try to go as a team. All. Yes. Mine sad face saw Bakugo separate, Bakugo again. Bakugo. Tisk, why are you following me, second-rate kids? He saw Kaminari and Kirishima. Both. Just because. Suyu, even if it's just an exercise, this is absurd, he said, looking around. Ojiro, be careful of debris. Izuku stopped. Idafut's wrong, Midoriya. He saw him. Izuku. The voice of a child. They went towards the voice where they saw a child. Izuku approached him. Izuku, this is bad. Where? Child. What did you say? Fewer points. Izuku. Huh, child first. You need to see if I can walk. And my breathing is strange, isn't it? And I'm bleeding heavily from the head. If you're licensed, you need to check the victim's condition and act quickly. Izuku, will the HUC team be the ones to grade us on the exercise? Child, that shows how much they trained. Look carefully around you. Then everyone saw the others from the other schools securing areas, making space, and setting up medical areas. Child, they shouldn't just provide rescue and support. They must exercise authority until the firefighters and police arrive, and strive to ensure everything goes smoothly when they leave it in their hands. Heroes must do many things to save people. Child, besides, we're all scared, hurt, and worried, and the first thing they say is that it's bad. That's not right, Izuku. He hid his face and smiled, it's okay. Child's sad face, he saw him, He continued acting this way. My grandfather. Izuku, don't worry, we'll save you. I'll take you to the first aid area, go ahead. She said, then pressed the button on her watch. Everyone saw the beast appear. Izuku, beast, help the others search for people among the rubble. Beast. Grr, he nodded and started sniffing rag. He started running. Iida. Good, followed the beast. Minutes. Good luck. All yes. They separated. Izuku picked up the child and started running. Izuku, it's okay. It's okay. Chilled, can't you say more? You suck. Izuku, I will save you. I guarantee it. Chilled, that's fine. 10 minutes later. More, it's been 10 minutes since it started. Everyone's doing well thanks to their training, but obviously, it can't be that simple. Izuku was arriving at the first aid area where he saw all the people. Izuku, there are many. Chiko's sad face saw Izuku, you, let me see the child. Izuku, yes, he hurt his head, I lowered him. He's bleeding a lot, but the wound isn't deep. He answers questions well, the girl checked him. Girl, yes, it looks good. Move it to the right hand space. Izuku, yes, but then he saw Beast arrive with 2 adults on his back. Beast, help the adults down carefully, good job, keep helping others. She nodded and left. Meanwhile, elsewhere, question mark. Check on the injured and give first aid. While waiting for emergency services to arrive, the heroes must act in their place and ensure a quick transition when they arrive. I use my communicator, how's it going? Moraine, my initial response. Well, many acted improperly, but even so, the points HUC deducted were fewer than I expected. Overall, it looks good. Question mark. To protect people, heroes must perform many tasks. That is, rescue and. Everyone started seeing several explosions across the field. More, there was a terrorist attack by the villains. Izuku, the exercise stage. Shindo. Oh really? Girl. That is, Chiko. Look, everyone saw, and Izuku was surprised to see who was responsible. G. Orca. Izuku, Gang Orca. Surprised. Gang Orca gave the signal and the henchmen began running towards the heroes. More villains appeared and began their pursuit of would-be heroes. Continue the rescue efforts while stopping the villains. Iida. Rescuing people while we fight. Minutes, are you serious? Don't you expect too much? Aizawa, it would be difficult even for a professional. This goes beyond a provisional license. G Orca. Well, G Orca, fight or protect. Help or flee. What will you do, heroes? Izuku became serious and prepared himself. Izuku saw the villains heading towards them. He prepared to fight, but Shindo, go somewhere safe. He went towards the villains. Izuku. Shindo. He saw it. Shindo, stay as far away from them as possible. Izuku, sad face, understood. Yes. He went towards the civilians. Shindo, I'll stop them all with tremors at intervals of seconds. I touch the ground using my quirk. Shindo, I won't let them near. Then Gang Orca appeared in front of him. Geo. It's not enough. He launched a sound attack that knocked Shindo to the ground. Izuku. Shindo. G only won when there's such a power imbalance. They underestimate us. Geo advanced, but then used a sound attack to destroy the ice that was heading towards him. Izuku Todoroki. He saw him throwing ice towards Geo. Ojiro Midoriya, are they evacuating? I asked. Arriving with Mina and Tokiyami, we'll help. I took the civilian Izuku was holding. Mine Todoroki is fast. Izuku, where were they? Ojiro, because of the water. There, I point with my tail. Everyone went to the city and we went where there were fewer people. But when we saw the villains, we came to help. Todoroki froze the feet of several henchmen. Ojiro, Yaoyorozu and Asui continue with the rescue. Geo, that attack is nothing. I said, stopping Todoroki's ice with my sonic. Todoroki. As I expected from a professional like him, sighs and then feels wind. Where is it? Let's fly. I send out a great blast that sends some henchmen flying, except for G. Oh. Where is it? A villain attack. They've cooked up something fiery. Then he and Todoroki saw each other. Izuku. Is the one that UA rejected. Ojiro, okay. We must evacuate while the strongest are gathered. Todoroki, why don't you help evacuate the station? That works with your quirk, right? I'll take care of this. Both prepared their attacks. Geo, here it comes, gets ready. Both launched their attacks, but they went in a different direction. Sequaz, where are they pointing? He saw the flames go in another direction. Where is it? Why do you use your flames? The heat raises the wind. Todoroki, because I blocked the ice. You didn't do it on purpose, did you? He saw it, your wind extinguished my flames. Where is it? You did it on purpose to steal my glory. Todoroki, why would I do that? Where is it? Why not? You're Endeavor's son, after all. Todoroki, why do you insist on it? My father has nothing to, was shot by a gray mass. Sequaz, cement gun. It hardens quickly and you won't be able to move under its weapon. Geo, how absurd. I can't believe they're arguing now. The other henchmen started shooting. Todoroki created a wall of ice to protect himself while Inasa dodged by flying. Where is it? What? It has nothing to do with it. Of course it does. To me, heroes are fiery. They bring hope and inspiration to people with passionate hearts. They are fiery. He remembered when, as a child, he asked Endeavor for an autograph, but Endeavor simply brushed him aside. Endeavor. You're in my way. Don't get in my way. That's what Inasa remembered. Where is it? That's why I was so impressed. Because there was nothing in those eyes but icy anger. And then, at the entrance exam, I saw you and knew who you were immediately, because you. Where is it? You had the same eyes. Todoroki, the same ones. How ridiculous. I'm not like him. Enough. Stop listening to him. He just hates Endeavor. Focus on the test. Asterisk. Todoroki, don't lose your cool. You're over your relationship with the old man. No, there's still some hatred for him. No. Focus on the test. His fist burst into flames. Geo's sad face. Nego, what do you do with a villain in front of you? Where is it? You and your father are the only heroes I will never accept. Both sent forth their wind and flames, but they veered off course again. Where is it? Again. You really are. They noticed something. Todoroki. The wind sends the flames. They saw the flames heading towards Shindo, but Izuku appeared and saved him. They both saw it. Izuku, what are you doing? He saw them. Geo, first I'll take care of the wind. Todoroki dodged. He launched his sonic attack against Inasa, and a henchman also shot at him with his weapon to immobilize him. Sequaz. Unpacked. Henchman 2. That's what teamwork between the boss and us looks like. Sequaz 3. We will prepare all applicants. Where is it? No. My control, he said, falling. Todoroki. Hey was taken by Gyo. Gyo, you reap what you sow. He used his sonic attack to paralyze Todoroki. Gyo's sad face saw Inasa on the ground. It wasn't very effective due to the distance. Sequaz, let's go to the evacuation shelter while the chief takes charge, he said to his colleagues. Mine, no. They're forcing their way through. They're coming this way. Izuku. Asterisk at this distance, it will be bad if I don't draw a line. Shindo. Move aside. I touched the ground and destabilized the ground again for the henchman. Izuku. Shindo. I thought you couldn't move. Shindo, my limbs are numb, but the sound waves and vibrations, every day they shake my brain quite a bit from the recoil of my quirk. I've developed some tolerance to it. Anyway, I was planning a surprise attack from the start. Izuku looked at him with a drop of sweat on his brow. Shindo, and then those 2 first-year students. Izuku, his personality. Asterisk. Shindo, I stopped them. Take them out of the fight. Split up and get the remaining ones out of the shelter. Izuku, yes. He ran while activating the watch. God, I finish off the wind and help those guys. Todoroki, competing against each other is pointless, fell to the ground, we're not compatible. We don't have teamwork, we couldn't beat such a famous hero. If you feel the same way. Releases his flames, knock him out, from below. Asterisk. Where is it? I'm so numb I can't put any strength into it, but I have to. Asterisk. I sent a blast of air towards Todoroki, which caused his flames to go towards Gang Orca. Both with flames and wind we will catch you. Gyo, although he didn't move his body, his power and precision decreased, but the paralysis wasn't very effective. He can barely control his quirk. He saw Inasa and then Todoroki. Asterisk. On the other hand, Todoroki can't move, but he covers up Yoarashi's lack of strength with his flames. It won't make his earlier foolishness disappear, but it's not bad. Asterisk. Gyo. Asterisk. A storm rages across the land. They realized their mistake and are trying to pay for it. I don't dislike that way of thinking. Asterisk. Sequaz. Back. Sequaz 4. They trapped the boss in a spiral of flames. Sequaz 5 isn't that bad. The boss is like an orca and gets weak when he dries up. Sequaz 6. Forget the wind. Start shooting. Before they could fire, a blue and black trail destroyed the weapons. All. What? They saw XLR8. XLR8. Sorry, Izuku told me not to let you do anything. Your turn, bright girl. Then the henchman saw diamond walls rise from the ground, trapping them in an area. Crystal. My name is Crystal, not sparkling girl, she said, increasing the size of the walls. Then Ojiro, Tokiyami, Mina, and Tsuyu, along with one of Shikatsu, began to fight against those who were not trapped in the walls. Gyo. A prison of wind and fire. That's a good idea. A normal villain would surrender, cry, and beg for forgiveness, he said while pouring water from a bottle over himself. But what if he doesn't? When making your move, you must think of the next one. Inasa and Todoroki couldn't hold back any longer and undid their attacks. Gyo. Todoroki. Nothing. Gang Orca went towards Todoroki, but Izuku, stay away from them. Gyo stopped his kick, but still couldn't avoid being moved. Izuku Midoriya. Then an alarm sounded. More at that moment, they saved everyone from HUC from the danger zone. It may seem arbitrary, but with that, all the examination procedures ended. Izuku, are we done? The clock chimed and 3 lights returned to the clock face. I called Beast, XLR8, and Crystal. Luckily, it ended in time. Asterisk. Gyo's sad face. I noticed the clock and the lights. Interesting. More. We will announce the results after calculating the scores. Go to the infirmary if you were injured. Everyone else should change and wait. Later, they were about to see the results. More. The names of those who passed are listed here in alphabetical order. Please see the list. The screen displayed the list. Izuku Y. Mineta. MIMIMI. They looked for her name. Izuku sad face. She saw her name. There it is. She thought with a smile. Inside the watch, All. Yes, they shouted with joy. Mine did Todoroki fail. She saw him talking to Inasa. Shiro did the two best fail. Kaminari, you should consider your language, words matter. He saw Bakugo. Bakugo, shut up, I'll kill you. Minutes since they are both very skilled, they lost to their egos, approached Todoroki, the hierarchy collapses. Iida grabbed his face and pulled him away from Todoroki. More, we will now deliver your results. You will receive an analysis of your scores, so please review them carefully. Kirishima received a sheet of paper from one of the workers. Kirishima. Thank you. Bakugo. Dame. Kirishima, that's not how this works. 3 Kaminari. Let me see. Kaminari, wait. I still don't see it. More, the limit was 50 points. We awarded points based on demerits. You can see how many points you lost for which actions on your sheets. Ojiro, I have 61 points, barely relieved. Shiro, me, 84, isn't that great? I think I'm good at this. Jiro, wait, does Yaomomo have 94 points? She saw Momo's sheet. Izuku, Iida, how did it go? She saw him. Iida, I have 80 points. Overall, I think I had trouble with the practical application. What about you? Izuku. I have 76 points. They also said the girls did a good job stopping the villains and saving the civilians, she said, reading what it said about XLR8. Beast and Crystal, I didn't lose points for my actions, but I did for my behavior of not acting and staying still, and that, she said. Iida, I appreciate you telling me what we need to improve. Izuku. Yes, but I wonder, if it's a demerit system with no way to recover points or hope of passing once you fall below 50 asterisk, looked at Todoroki and Inasa, why didn't they just drop those who already had less than that and leave them until the end? Asterisk. More, those who pass the exam, from now on and only in emergencies, can have the same authority as professional heroes. That is to say, confronting villains, saving people from accidents or criminals, they can act according to their judgment in those cases without the direction of a hero. More, but it means that each of their actions carries a responsibility towards society. After saying that those who failed could obtain their license with an individual exam, everyone left. Izuku looked at his provisional license with a smile and tears in his eyes. Uraraka, Deku, are you crying? He saw him. Izuku, well, a lot of people helped me, and I caused problems for a lot more, but how can I put it? It's like proof that I've matured, and I'm happy about it. She said and took out her cell phone. I have to show it to my mom soon. Uraraka, yes, of course, smiles. Elsewhere, Kami was walking down an alley when her skin began to melt, revealing her toga. She took her cell phone and answered. Compress. Toga, where are you and what are you doing? Toga, I was having a lot of fun and met someone very cute, I said with a smile. I got some of Izuku's blood. He saw a few drops of blood in the small vial, and I also have some information that might be useful to Shigaraki, he remembered Pharaoh. On the Class A bus. They were talking and some were resting. Until they heard something fall to the ground. Then they saw what looked like a power saw cutting through the ceiling, then hands appeared and opened the ceiling. Everyone saw the person responsible appear. Type. Yotaru Waiwata opened the roof further. The guy fired a hook from his shoulder that tied up Izuku. Izuku what? Tries to break free. The guy started flying away from the bus, taking Izuku with him. All Midoriya, Deku. They saw him being carried away by the guy. 2 hours before the end of the licensing exam. On Vilgax's ship, in a dark room, 3 lights shone on 3 strange beings. 6-6. A lethal alien hunter and a mutant of his species, the Sotarajan. Krob. Is a robotically modified bounty hunter of the Pisces Kremen species. Hoverboard. A bounty hunter of unknown species. The bounty hunters saw Vilgax appear on a panel. Vilgax let the audition begin. Several robots began to emerge. 6-6 quickly went against them, pulling out energy whips and destroying some robots. Krob destroyed them with his giant claw, while Hoverboard destroyed some with his weapons. When the small robots were destroyed, 3 large robots appeared. 6-6 fired a missile destroying one. Krob jumped and grabbed the head of another and crushed it with his claw, while Hoverboard withstood its shots and then pierced it with his body. Vilgax. Impressive, he said, looking at the screen. Bring me the Chicatrix. Whoever gets it will receive the top prize. The bounty hunters entered 3 capsules and these were fired towards Earth. Currently, Izuku looked at the guy who was kidnapping him. Izuku, because of the way it flies, it's going into space. Then I grabbed the hook rope and activated the one for all. I gave a kick that created an air shock that propelled me and made me crash into 6-6. Izuku's sad face, he punched 6-6 in the shoulder where the hook was, breaking it. Sorry, but you won't take me. He punched him in the face and fell. Meanwhile, with Class A, Aizawa stopped the bus after losing sight of Izuku. Aizawa. Curse. Iida Professor. Aizawa saw him. Let us help you find Midoriya. Hiroshima. Yes, we already have our provisional licenses, he said. Aizawa. It seems they were released earlier than planned. He looked at them. Well, Midoriya definitely held his own against that guy. Split up and look for him in the surrounding areas. Everyone nodded. Todoroki, Bakugo, you two aren't licensed yet. So you're coming with me. So they all split up to look for Izuku. With Izuku, he was falling until he noticed a building that looked abandoned. Izuku's sad face. I prepare a strike and activate OFA. It seems abandoned. Wait, even so I can't risk hurting someone. I activated the clock and Ghosty appeared. Ghosty. Izuku. Noticing the situation, is this another training session? Izuku. Not exactly, I'll explain later. They both went through the building. Izuku's sad face came out of the ground. I hope we've lost him. Ghosty. So what's going on? I float next to him. Izuku. I'm not sure, but they tried to kidnap me. Ghosty. Why would they do that? Then they both felt the ground begin to shake, and then they saw Crab emerge from the ground. Crab. Give me the jacket and I promise you won't suffer much. Ghosty. Dreams. Crab attempt. Saw Izuku. What does he mean? Izuku. The clock. He realized and saw Crab. I'm sorry, but the clock and I are stuck together. Crab. Not for long, he said, opening and closing his pliers. Ghosty. Do you know this trick? Now you see us, now you don't. They both became invisible. Crab began searching the area. Ghosty positioned himself behind him to attack, but Crab turned his head. Crab. They're arrogant and foolish at the same time, he said, looking at Ghosty through his infrared vision. Then he shot a liquid from his clamp which stuck to Ghosty. Ghosty. Ah, what is this? He said, trying to make himself invisible, but he couldn't. Crab. Your protoplasm is solidified, making my job easier. He gave it a direct hit, sending it flying into a wall. Now, where is the other one? Izuku. Here. Crab looked up and saw Izuku. Izuku. Smash. I hit Crab, sending him plummeting several floors downwards. Izuku. Ghosty. She went with her. Are you okay? Ghosty. Yes, don't worry. Izuku. Rest for now. I stroked her head and she disappeared in a ghostly pink glow. I'd better get out of here. He left the building and started running away from tested areas. Then he bumped into someone. I looked up where I saw Uraraka, Yaoyorozu, Kaminari, and Jiro. All. Midoriya. They saw him. Uraraka. Are you okay? What happened to that villain? Then they all saw 6-6 in the sky approaching them. Izuku. I'll tell you later. Hurry. Everyone started running while dodging 6-6's shots. Izuku is following me and looking for the watch. I call him Chiketrix. Yaoyorozu. Chiketrix. Confundida. Izuku. I'm going to take him to the forest. You contact the others and tell them my location. He said upon seeing a nearby forest. Kaminari. Are you sure about that? Ojiro. Can you handle it on your own? Izuku. Don't worry, I'm not alone. I activated the clock and everyone saw Crystal appear. She stopped and shot crystals at 6-6, forcing him to dodge. Izuku. Go. Everyone nodded and left. Let's go. I carry Crystal on my back and activate OFA to start running towards the forest. 6-6 followed them and began firing as they dodged by leaping through the trees. Noticing where they were about to jump, 6-6 positioned himself in front of them and prepared to fire. Izuku. Now. Crystal jumped off his back and caught 6-6. They both fell into a ravine until they both crashed to the ground. A few seconds later, Izuku arrived with them. Izuku. Are you okay? He saw Crystal. Crystal. I am. He stood up and transformed his arm into a dagger. 6-6 stood up and pulled out a strange device, activated it, and a sonic wave was directed at Izuku and Crystal. Both resisted, but Izuku's arms and Crystal's body suffered several cracks. Izuku punched the ground, making it tremble. 6-6 lost his balance and dropped the device. Crystal's sad face, I fire a projectile and destroy the device much better. Then the ground shook and the three saw Crab emerge from it. Crab, get out of the way, the reward will be mine, he said. 6-6. Yuta Kotaro, he said, looking at Crab. Hoverboard. Ha, don't take it personally, he said from above on his turbo surf. Then he threw a grenade which released a smoke that left both hunters unconscious. Hoverboard grabbed Izuku by his shirt and Crystal by one of the crystals on her back to take them away. Hoverboard arrived at what looked like an abandoned factory near the forest, released Izuku and Crystal who rolled on the ground and then saw him. Hoverboard millions of people on this planet and the jacket falls into the hands of a child, he saw Izuku. Izuku 15, she stood up, and I already said I can't take it off, I tried. Hoverboard of course not. Her power uses alien DNA which aids in the summoning, he said and noticed Crystal reforming her arm into a dagger, it can't be easily removed. Crystal lunged at him, but he simply dodged her and knocked her to the ground. Hoverboard, the Chicatrix is not a toy for your amusement, it is the most powerful weapon in the galaxy, he said, looking at Izuku, the key to a battle between good and evil across the entire universe. Izuku. The most powerful weapon in the galaxy, he said, surprised. Crystal. Which side are you on? He saw Hoverboard. Hoverboard, they're still alive, aren't they? He saw them. Izuku, so, are you one of the good guys? Hoverboard, my job is to get the jacket back, no matter what. And since they're stuck together, I'll take you to get it removed. He said seriously. Izuku, no, I promised to take care of the watch, I'm not going anywhere with you, he said. Hoverboard, you don't decide. Crystal. Of course, it's his decision, he said, launching himself at him and knocking him off his turbo surf. But Hoverboard grabs her by the head and throws her to the ground. Hoverboard. It bothers me how little you know about extraterrestrial forces and their weaknesses, he said in a serious tone. You're using the bare minimum of the Chicatrix's potential. Izuku. Yes, and what makes you such an expert? He looked at him while helping Crystal up. Then Hoverboard's helmet deployed, revealing his identity. Crystal, you are like me, he saw him. Hoverboard, no, I am a warrior, you are an impulsive pity. Then the clock beeped and Crystal disappeared. Hoverboard. We've already wasted too much time, he said, grabbing Izuku. Izuku, hey, wait. Then Hoverboard noticed his turbo surf was missing. They heard mechanical footsteps and saw Crab and 6-6. Crab, are you looking for this? He said, holding the turbo surf, you won't leave the planet with the Chicatrix, and to make sure. Then 6-6 arrived with Uraraka and Yaoyorozu tied up. Uraraka, let me go, she said, trying to break free. Yaoyorozu, let me go, he said, struggling. Crab, as you can see, we decided to work together and share the reward, he said. Then 6-6 pulled a small arm from his shoulder with an energy dagger and pointed it at Yaoyorozu, and with a mechanical extension he did the same to Uraraka. Crab started shooting at them, but Hoverboard's tough skin protected them, and then they entered the factory. 6-6. Category of praise via Crab. Crab. I know we have to kill them, Metal Mouth, I know what I'm doing, he said angrily. Izuku, wait, they're my friends, we have to save them. Hoverboard, don't be silly, keeping the jacket safe is the priority. Izuku, they are important, I know, she said, looking at her watch, but my friends are too. Hoverboard, you can't save them, you'll lose your power and they'll capture you. The only option is to recover my turbo surf so we can leave the planet. Izuku. But, Hoverboard, stay here. He left the factory and shot crystals at 6-6, which hit him directly, causing him to fall to the ground and release Uraraka and Yaoyorozu. Yaoyorozu. Can you take it, Uraraka? He said, creating a knife in his hand. Uraraka, I think so. He took the knife and began to cut the rope. Izuku could only watch them fight, until he noticed the watch charging. Then Crab fell to the ground, looked up, and saw Izuku at the factory entrance. Crab's sad face saw Hoverboard still fighting against 6-6. He got up and went towards Izuku, who entered the factory. Crab, where are you? She started looking for him. Izuku's sad face saw it. I know, activated the clock. Then Crab saw the pink glow, approached and destroyed a box where he saw Izuku, who raised his hands. Izuku. I give up, the watch is yours, he said. Crab, good decision. Izuku just smiled, and then Marie jumped off his shoulder and into Crab's face. Crab get off me. Marie dodged his hand. Marie. Now Izuku, he put his arm around Crab's neck. Izuku. Detroit smash. I hit Crab, sending him flying out of the factory. He got up and tried to pull Marie out. Marie. There must be something I can do, he said, pulling on some cables attached to Crab's body. Crab. Ah. He fell to the ground and Marie got out. Izuku came out of the factory where 66 saw him and knocked Hoverboard away with a punch, then pulled a gun from his arm and pointed it at Izuku. Uraraka, take this. 66 was hit by several bowling balls created by Yaoyorozu and thrown by Uraraka using her quirk. Izuku, your turn. I take Marie and throw her towards 66. Marie, what will happen if I do this? He short-circuited the rocket backpack. 66 began to fly out of control until he crashed into a water tower and fell to the ground next to Crab. Izuku, California smash. I hit the tower's beams, causing it to fall. Crab, sad face. I noticed the tower falling on them. I hate this planet. The tower fell on both hunters, knocking them out and releasing all the water. Izuku, that helps relieve the heat, smiles. Hoverboard, not bad. For humans, he saw Izuku and then the girls. A few minutes later, Aizawa and Class A arrived, where Izuku and the girls told them what had happened. Ojiro, I'm glad you're okay, girls. She saw them. Kaminari, we regret that we were unable to do anything to help you. Uraraka. Don't worry, it's okay, Momo nodded with a smile. Hoverboard, sad face. I left a cube on the ground and it grew larger until it absorbed Crab and 66, then shrank again. I'll be back when I'm available. He saw Aizawa and Class A. Izuku, what will happen with this? I showed the jacket while Marie was on her head. Hoverboard. Relax, he's in good hands, he said with a smile, then brought his turbo surf closer to Izuku. This might help you. Izuku. Wow, really? She takes it, but remembers something. You said you needed this to leave the planet. Hoverboard, let's just say I omitted some information, he said, surprising everyone, before starting to leave. Izuku, wait, what's your name? He saw it. Tetrax, my name is Tetrax, he said, looking at them, then disappeared in a red light. Jiro, why does Midoriya keep the alien things? She looked at Izuku with a hint of jealousy. Marie. Because they suit her, she said with a smile. Izuku. Hee hee, don't worry, I'll let you use it too. Everyone except Bakugo smiled. Meanwhile, with Vilgax. He saw on one of his screens the red light that led Tetrax away. Robot, the sensors indicate that the jacket is not with the mercenaries, he said, looking at the sensors. Vilgax. Ah, they betrayed me. He saw one of the screens showing the Earth. The creature with the Chicatrix will appear. It's very clever and ferocious, but it won't deny me, he said seriously and angrily. At night, in the dormitories of Class A. Finally, everyone was resting after the licensing exam and what happened with the bounty hunters. Right now, Izuku was in his room with Marie, both of them finishing some kind of chip for the Jackatrix. Marie, okay, I think this will be enough. I lift my glasses and take the chip, let's put it in. Izuku raised his arm with the watch. Marie approached and placed the chip in the watch and activated it. Marie, that chip should prevent any kind of tracking of the watch. Izuku. I hope so. I don't want other bounty hunters coming here, he said and looked at Marie. Thank you for your help, Marie. He patted her head. Marie, whenever you want, she said with a smile, then disappeared in a pink glow. With that done, Izuku went to the room where all his classmates were. Kaminari, sad face, saw Izuku. Hey Midoriya, can you call that girl a mummy? Mine, yes. I also want to get to know her better, he said. Izuku, ah, yes, of course. I activate the watch and call Farah. Izuku, my friends want to meet you, he saw her. Why, it's a pleasure to meet you all, he said. Izuku, sad face, I take out my phone. I wonder if All Might saw my message. Bakugo, hey, go outside later. Walks past Izuku. Izuku, sad face, lo vio Kachan. After everyone fell asleep, Izuku and Bakugo left the dormitories. Izuku, Kachan, where are we going? He said, following him. We shouldn't be walking like this at night. Bakugo remained silent. Hey. After walking a little further, they arrived at a certain place. Izuku, this is ground beta. He saw the place. Bakugo. That's where we had our first combat training and I lost to you. Izuku saw him, you always made me sick. Bakugo, you had nowhere and you were useless, so how did you get into UA and acquire a gift? He said, remembering something. Izuku, my gift is something I received from someone else. One day, I will make this my gift, and I will defeat you with my own power. Bakugo, I didn't understand that guy who was spouting nonsense and looking so pleased with himself as he climbed higher and higher. Ever since that villain. Bakugo, no, not since All Might came to town. You kept getting higher and higher until you got your license. You passed and I failed. What the hell? Izuku, it's not a matter of skill. Bakugo, shut up and listen, trash. Izuku. I'm sorry. Bakugo, you always made me sick and annoyed me, then you got that watch and then I thought about it for a while. Izuku, here it comes serious. Bakugo, I thought about it the whole time. Izuku. Bakugo, when you met All Might, you changed. So it fits with what you said about receiving your gift from someone else. That's why I'm asking you. Izuku remained silent. Bakugo, since you don't deny it, it must be true. Damn, Izuku. He saw it. What will you do with the answer? Bakugo, you and I both wanted to be like All Might. Yes, that's what it's about. Someone I always thought was a rock was recognized by the one I admired without me even noticing. That's why. Let's fight, he said seriously, here and now. Izuku, why? Wait, why would we do that? He said, surprised. No, that's bad. We're not supposed to be here. If we're going to fight, let's do it in training. Let's reserve a training room. There's no reason to do it now. Bakugo, if we fight seriously, they'll stop us. What part of you convinced All Might? He saw it. Let me see it. If your way of admiring him was right, why was my admiration wrong? Izuku. Kachan. Then he saw him stretching. Izuku, do you really intend to fight? He said, taking a step back. Bakugo, if you don't want to fight, get ready. Right. You started using kicks too, didn't you? Izuku, wait, we can't do that. But Bakugo launched himself at him with an explosion. Izuku, Kachan. He saw him, his right. No, I beat him like that before. The right is a feint. Asterisk. Bakugo launched an explosion with his right hand. Izuku managed to dodge it and jumped upwards using his quirk. Bakugo, you like to analyze things, don't you? Come on, Izuku. En serio, Kachan. Bakugo unleashed powerful explosions, which caught the attention of one of the security robots and sent a warning to Aizawa. Izuku, do we really have to fight? He saw him preparing another explosion. You couldn't have been wrong. Nadir said your admiration was. Bakugo rises upwards and uses another blast to go towards him. Izuku, what are you waiting for? Bakugo, even though you were always behind me. Bakugo, no matter how much I hit you, you stayed glued to me. Asterisk. Izuku, Kachan. I dodge him. Bakugo didn't run away. Fight. He lunged at him again and was about to grab his face, but... Bakugo, why? He fell to the ground. Izuku's sad face approached her. Are you okay? Bakugo, sad face. I hit his hand. Don't worry about me. Fight. What the hell is going on? Why? Why am I chasing the person who was behind me? Why does a useless person like you get stronger and All Might recognizes it? Why do you get stronger and I don't? Why? Izuku. Bakugo lunged at him again, but Izuku kicked him in the face. Izuku, perfect. I can see if my shoot style works for you. He saw it. If it does, I'll go all out. Bakugo rose upwards with an explanation. Izuku, up. I dodge it. That was close. Asterisk. Bakugo didn't make me think. It propelled itself with its explosions towards the... Izuku dodges the hand. I dodge Bakugo's hand. But he launched an explosion that lifted him up, then positioned himself behind Izuku. Izuku. Ah. Bakugo punched him. Bakugo lunged at him again. Izuku tried to dodge, but Bakugo grabbed his arm. Izuku managed to land a punch, but he was still thrown back. Izuku's sad face. He stood up. Fighting by predicting my opponent's movements before acting takes too much time. He thought my reaction speed after seeing the movement has improved compared to before. It's normal, but I've gotten stronger. He smiled. Bakugo, why are you smiling? He lunged at him again and unleashed an explosion. I thought you weren't going to be a punching bag. Izuku, I won't be. Bakugo. You're definitely up to something. She creates a glow in her hands that blinds Izuku, that's what makes me sick. She punches him in the face. He launched an explosion that sent Izuku flying upwards. Bakugo, I don't know what you're thinking. No matter how much I hit you, you stay close. Even though you're nothing, it's like you look down on me. Izuku's sad face reacted and landed. Bakugo, that superior attitude towards me, as if you were really going to surpass me. It's annoying. Izuku. So, is that what you thought? He saw him. Normally, if someone looks down on you, you don't want anything to do with that person. He clenched his fists, but like I said before, because I had nothing at first, apart from the things I hated about you, I could see how amazing you could be. Izuku, you had so many things I didn't have. His lightning increased. You were an amazing person, much more like All Might. He ran towards him. Bakugo, he's faster than before. He saw him preparing a kick. I won't hold back, block. He got ready. Izuku threw a kick that Bakugo tried to block, but even after blocking it, Izuku made him back. They both lunged at each other. Bakugo tried to launch an explosion, but Izuku kicked him, sending him stumbling backward. Bakugo unleashed a huge explosion that pushed both of them back. Bakugo, my attack didn't arrive in time. He suddenly accelerated. He saw Izuku launch himself at him very quickly. Izuku. Is that all? He said, jumping up. Bakugo, I have the advantage in the air. I use an explosion to rise. Izuku, don't jump in for no reason. Kachan has a strong image of my shooting style. I'm not good enough to keep up with your stress-relieving struggles. Then Bakugo saw Izuku prepare his fist and he prepared an explosion. They were both about to launch their attacks, until a pink glow blinded them. Then they were tied up with bandages and doused with jets of water. Hurry. Enough. Do you want to kill yourselves? He said, stopping the water spray. Wide good heavens, are they always like this? She looked at both boys. M's sad face arrived in her thin form. Let them go, please, Farah, let them go. Izuku. All. Bakugo might. He looked at him in surprise. Why Deku? Did it start with the mud villain? Why this guy? MHE was powerless, but more heroic than anyone. I thought you were strong, already quite competent. I decided he should be able to be in the ring too. Bakugo, I'm weak too. I always wanted to be strong, like you. Did you end up like this because of me? This isn't your fault. I was already at my limit. I was always going to end up like this. You're strong, he saw it, but I focused too much on your strength. I made you carry that burden. I'm sorry. Although you're still very young. After being a hero for so long, I saw that you have to focus on victory, like you, young Bakugo. And on wanting to save those in trouble, like you, young Midoriya. He saw it. If one of those feelings is missing, a hero won't be able to fulfill the justice he seeks. Just as young Midoriya admired young Bakugo's strength, and young Bakugo feared young Midoriya's heart, now that they've expressed their feelings, I think they both understand each other. If they recognize each other and focus on strengthening each other, they can save people to win and win to save people, making themselves the best heroes. The two boys saw each other. Bakugo, that's not what I wanted to hear. She sat on the floor. You had the strongest guy preparing everything for you. Don't lose. Izuku, I will become stronger to defeat you. Bakugo, sad face, sigh, who knows about Deku and you? Recognition girl and the principal. Of the students, only you. Bakugo, you don't want anyone to know, do you? Since it seems like you want to hide it, I won't say. I won't expose your secret like that idiot Deku did. It'll stay between us. I should bow down and ask you to keep this a secret. How considerate will you have to be for me? I'm sorry. Bakugo, I'm not considerate. It's too big a risk with too many drawbacks to mention. Having reached this point, I must explain enough to satisfy you, young Bakugo. It's the most rational thing to do. Bakugo. Are you hiding something else? He saw Izuku. Izuku. My dad was a plumber. Bakugo looked confused. That's what some intergalactic police officers are called. I also have some alien relatives. My great-grandmother is an alien. Aqua and Farah helped him up. Bakugo, this whole alien thing is going to give me a headache. Later in the bedrooms, Aizawa, I'm glad you have so much energy, he said angrily. Aqua. Her eyes shine. Like yours, she saw Farah. Is she of your species? Aizawa, wait. Don't tie them up, I'm the reason. Aizawa, what? The reason? For what? Both boys shuddered. Anyway, you still broke the rules. I'll give you a good punishment. Who attacked first? Bakugo. Izuku I was very strong too. Aizawa, 4 days of confinement for Bakugo, 3 for Midoriya. Furthermore, you will clean the general dormitory area, and I demand a written apology. He said, if the pain from your injuries worsens, go to the infirmary. But don't rely on the old woman's quirk, let your wounds heal on their own. Aizawa's sad face sighed. That's all, time for bed. To be continued. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and make sure to like and please hype this video. Now we will see you in the next video.